The following is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's LSU. That's why I came here. You stare challenges in the face, you go do it.
1-1. Again, high and deep to left field, down the line towards the monster. It's gone.
What does that look like? Recruit, develop, win.
Big swing. Could it be? Will it be? It is. Tigers win. Tigers win. 4-3.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air.
The pitch.
All right, Chris. Yep. You got.
This is
we just switched the seats for the next half hour. I overheard no talk with Tigers either, right?
Right. We'll need two separate bumpers.
Network.
Yep. You got it.
Trying to decide what I'm going to talk about as we speak.
And the Tigers take a 10-9 lead.
Kim Mulkey's jacket.
Brought
There we
to you
go.
by 7 partners
We'll do it.
that represent Team LSU.
The hell was
Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Time now for the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. Cajun Country Rice. Rice from Louisiana farms to your table. Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball starts now. From inside the booth with the call of the game.
Here we go.
Here is the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
Back at it for college baseball as we wrap up this weekend series on a Saturday night. Game 3 and final game, second day, game of the day, featuring once again the number 3 ranked Arkansas Razorbacks and your number 1 ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. Once again, this is Chris Blair with Tiger champ Buzzy Heidel. Our straw, stirring the drink back inside the Capital One studio, Mr. Mike Patel, welcoming you once again to Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Boggs Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge for tonight's play-by-play story. Well, after Friday afternoon's 9-3 loss, Coach Jay Johnson and his Fighting Tigers indeed pounced back earlier today with a dominating 12-2 run rule of Arkansas. 7th run rule of the season by LSU and first in SEC play. Ty Floyd was solid in his start. He moved to 4-0 on the season with the win. And now with the series tied at 1 apiece, the Tigers look to clinch their second straight weekend series in SEC play as they will hand the baseball to sophomore right-hander Thatcher Hurd, who is 2-0 on the season, making his 6th start of the year and 2nd straight in league play weekends. Arkansas going to counter with junior right-hander Cody Adcock, who is 2-1 on the year with a 5.3 ERA. There was a great Tiger crowd earlier today, and it appears many went to grab a bite, possibly a brew or 3, and they're making their way back into the box for tonight's deciding Game 3. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage as we wrap up this series on a Saturday night in Baton Rouge. It's Arkansas, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. from game day to the offseason. Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Absolutely beautiful Saturday, and again, Jay Johnson and LSU, they guessed right. They avoided any weather last night, of course, as we mentioned earlier this afternoon. Most of the heavy and severe stuff north of us and east of us. And again, our thoughts and prayers with those who were touched by the severe storms last night. Some devastating tornado and tornadic activity, and again, we were blessed to miss all of that. And then they move and decide to bring 2 games on Saturday to finish up the series here today. And again, tomorrow does not look pretty as far as forecasts are concerned, and we've got a beautiful day here to play college baseball and play 2 9-inning games. After losing 9-3 on Friday, LSU comes back in the first game today, game 2 of the series, and really looked good, dominating. We mentioned after Friday night's loss, Doug Thompson and I mentioned the fact that Hunter Holland was spectacular. Hagen Smith came in. They combined to get the win 9-3, but they were the 2 best left-handers in Arkansas's arsenal, and had they shot their best bullets. Well, it appeared earlier today that Will McIntyre, he went 4 1/3, gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, all 7 earned, 1 walk, just 2 strikeouts, and LSU really punished the right-hander. Austin Ledbetter went 2 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, all 5 of those earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And then Gage Wood would come in and pitch a third of an inning. But LSU dominated. Again, they got down early. Ty Floyd stayed consistent, gave up the 2-run homer in the top of the first inning. Arkansas takes a 2-0 lead. And that would be just about it offensively for the Razorbacks. LSU got on top 4-2 after 2 innings. Added a run in the third, added 2 more in the bottom of the 5th, 2 more bottom of the 6th, and 3 in the bottom of the 7th to run rule Arkansas by a final of 12-2. Dylan Cruz spectacular. He was 3 for 4 in the game earlier today with 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. He would have yet another home run, his second of the series. Last night, Dylan went 3 for 5, driving in 2 runs. Again, was spectacular. It appears that he is almost unable to be shut down by any pitching staff thus far on the 2023 season. So LSU evens up the series. Again, the win went to Ty Floyd, who went 6 1/3, gave up just 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. He walked 2, struck out 7 through 108 pitches. Garrett Edwards came in, and the big right-hander looked good, 2/3 of an inning, clean across the board, no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And LSU run rules Arkansas. 7th run rule game by the Tigers this year, first in SEC play. We all talked when the rule came out, would it happen a lot? Well, LSU did it for the first time against Arkansas earlier today by a final of 12-2. We'll continue with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck show. Up next, Buzzy Heidel will update us on scores around the SEC and what's on tap tonight in the Southeastern Conference. We get ready for Game 3, LSU hosting Arkansas on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A teenager, learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student-athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Coming back.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show with LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back into the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show, presented by Cajun Country Rice, as we get ready for Game 3, wrap up this series on Saturday night here at the Box, Arkansas and LSU. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU, and together Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, well, they're champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Let's go around the SEC, presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready, are you? And with that, happy to have in the booth tonight, Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel. Buzzy, what's happening around the SEC? What's happened and what's coming up?
Yeah, we've got a few. Other than LSU, there's a couple other games that were double headers today. We know about LSU defeating Arkansas earlier today, 12-2. That was a final. Tennessee comes back and beats Texas A&M 8-7. The first game of a doubleheader, Florida beats Ole Miss 9-7. That game being played in Oxford. Ole Miss, the defending national champions, are still winless in the SEC. A final in Starkville, Vanderbilt big over Mississippi State, 18-5. How about this? Georgia 24-7 over Auburn. No, that's not a football score. That is a baseball score. Kentucky beats Alabama 9-5 in Tuscaloosa. And the first game of a doubleheader in Columbia, South Carolina. South Carolina 8, Missouri 1. The second game of that doubleheader in Oxford, Florida is leading Ole Miss 1-0. And again, Missouri will take on South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina. We'll look at the standings through the first week and a half of SEC play. Over in the East, there's a few undefeated teams still. South Carolina sits at the top at 5-0. So does Kentucky and Vanderbilt. They are 5-0. Florida is at 3-1. Missouri 3-2. Tennessee sits at 2-3, and Georgia in the last spot in the East at 1-5. Over in the West, Arkansas sits at 4-1. LSU 3-2. Auburn at 2-4. Alabama and Texas A&M are 1-4, and Ole Miss and Mississippi State are both winless. Ole Miss sits at 0-4. Mississippi State at 0-5.
All right, Buzzy, looking forward to it. Thank you for that. Going to be a great game here with great weather at the Box. And fans, make sure you have the right equipment to take on any job. Link to the land. Just visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Take a time out on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. We come back. Buzzy will break down the starting pitchers for both the Hogs and the Tigers here in Game 3 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
Hey
Baton Rouge. Don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more. Stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball.
Here we go.
Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Full day of college baseball here at the box. LSU Arkansas playing their second of 2 games today in Game 3 of this SEC series. And fans, don't forget, every LSU Sports Radio Network broadcast streamed for free at lsusports.net. And if you're out and about, take us with you on the road with your mobile device by downloading the LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. You can find the apps for free in the iTunes Store and Google Play. The LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. We create chemistry. Well, Buzzy, I mentioned it earlier. 2 great performances on Friday by Hunter Holland and Hagen Smith, but the question was, did they fire their best 2 bullets in Game 1? They got the win 9-3. They struggled both as a starter and out of the bullpen earlier today. Taking a look at the starting pitchers for today's matchup, what do you see between Thatcher Hurd for the Tigers and Cody Adcock for the Hogs?
Well, you got Cody Adcock. He's a good-looking guy. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. I mean, he looks the part on the mound. He's got an electric fastball. It's anywhere from 92 to 96 miles an hour. If you look, the ERA doesn't look great at 5.3 ERA, but he's got 5 walks and 20 strikeouts in 18 2/3 innings. So he's going to try to beat you with that fastball. He's got that secondary pitch is a slider that works more like a cutter. But when he's right, he comes right at you and he tries to beat you with the fastball. You're right. I mean, they've wasted a lot of, or not wasted, but they've thrown a lot of their guys in these first 2 games. So I think if you coach Dave Van Horn, you're going to want Adcock to go every bit of 6 innings and possibly even more to give yourself a chance. And then on the other side, Thatcher Hurd, it was a nice outing at Texas A&M. I mean, he gave up the 2 earned runs in a little over 3 innings. But when Hurd's right, he's got command of a few different pitches, that fastball and that hard slider, or again, what people would call a cutter. But I think they can beat this team with fastballs. You watched Ty Floyd earlier today. He pumped fastballs in there, and he blew it by some of these Arkansas hitters. I think Thatcher Hurd, to have success, has got to really rely on that fastball and locate the fastball, really have command of it, and keep his team in it. And LSU should have a very good opportunity. Playing at night in Alex Box Stadium, does it get any better? I don't think so.
And the wind continues, just like earlier today, for the most part, to blow out. It's currently the flags blowing right to left towards the scoreboard in left center. And again, the wind conditions and the weather were perfect earlier today. Maybe the wind dies down a little bit after sundown, but nonetheless, perfect conditions for college baseball. Again, it'll be the junior right-hander Cody Adcock going for the Razorbacks. LSU will counter with the sophomore transfer right-hander Thatcher Hurd. We'll continue leading you up to first pitch Game 3 of this series. Today's game brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Up next, we'll recap and get thoughts from Buzzy Heidel on LSU's pounce-back win earlier today, ruling Arkansas 12-2. Later, we'll get the starting lineups and then the first pitch, Tigers and Hogs, here at the box on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you one of many homeowners who just dreads the winter due to inconsistent home heating? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who just wants to offer more reliable, higher efficiency home heating. LuxAir helps keep homes warm while saving money and offers great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your LuxAir dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxAir.com to learn about working with LuxAir.
The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers!
The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, a reminder, Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. Remember, Capital One, what's in your wallet? Leading you up to first pitch, Game 3. Doubleheader action here on Saturday, Arkansas and LSU. Along with Tiger champ Buzzy Heidel, I'm Chris Blair. And Buzzy, you got to watch the game earlier today as LSU struggled. Again, both teams struggled through 9 innings in Game 1 on Friday. Things got to get a little sideways there in the top of the 10th. Arkansas took control of some mistake pitches by Little, able to build a lead and eventually go on to the 9-3 victory. But again, conditions a little bit better today. LSU, as we expected, they've lost 3 games, never lost back-to-back on the season. They were ready to go. And even though Ty Floyd, I'm really impressed with his performance today. Again, struggled last week against Texas A&M. Came in today, gives up a 2-run homer to start the game in the top of the first, but shook it off quickly, put it behind him, flushed that inning, and really pitched strong down the stretch. And while we talked about the offense and run ruling Arkansas 12-2, I think the gem of that game was Ty Floyd.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, the game of baseball, you look at yesterday's game and Paul Skeens, if you just look at numbers, you think, well, Skeens threw much better than Floyd, right? And Floyd gets the win, and Skeens gets the no decision yesterday. But I think Ty Floyd, and really the Saturday and Sunday guys, or the second and third starters on the weekend, are so important for this LSU team, because you know you've got a one in Skeens. We know about the offense and all the offensive stats that they lead in the SEC. That's going to be there. But for LSU to be the team that they want to be and get to Omaha and do all the things that LSU's used to doing, they've got to have Ty Floyd and Thatcher Hurd be really good. And Ty Floyd was that today. Threw a lot of strikes. I think he only had 2 walks. He did have a few hit by pitches, but he pitched off that fastball, and that's when Ty Floyd's good, is when he's blowing that fastball by you and having command of it. And that was a big start when LSU really needed it after a tough loss on Friday to get them back to the series being even and giving themselves a chance to win this thing. Very, very impressed by the young man this afternoon.
I've asked Ben McDonald. He's seen his share of great LSU baseball players. I've asked Doug Thompson. He's seen his share. You've seen your share. Dylan Cruz this weekend batting .667 through 2 games. He was 3 for 5 yesterday, 3 for 4 today. 2 home runs so far on the season, or on the series, I should say, to lead the Tigers now with 8 round trippers. Again, his overall average, now that we have played 23 contests, I mean, he's approaching almost 550. He's at like 530, somewhere in that neighborhood. Have you seen a better player? I'm not saying he's the best, but have you seen a better player than Dylan Cruz?
I'll say this, not to do all the things he can do on the baseball field, I don't think there's a better one that has come through LSU. Yeah, sure, there's been, you can argue maybe better home run hitters or a better base stealer or maybe a better arm, but to do it all, encompass everything, I don't think that there is one, and it's just very impressive to watch. I'm glad he's wearing the purple and golden on our team.
No doubt about it. Series tied 1 game apiece. We'll take a timeout. We come back, starting lineups, then first pitch, Arkansas LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I
Chris,
one of the students had asked the question, and he didn't remember the answer.
You said starting lineups and first pitch? Or
No. Just coming up.
All right, just make sure. All right, so we're in break 5 here. I'm going to hand back off the mic, and we're going to switch back.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're all clear.
He's there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Moments away from the first pitch of Game 3, Arkansas and LSU on a Saturday evening at the Box. And Tiger fans, remember, great series coming up. Always check LSUtix.net. If you can't find it there, StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. Let's take a look at the Cintas starting lineup. We'll start with Arkansas. Dave Van Horn and company, 20-3 on the year, 4-1. In conference play, had their first loss earlier today in the 12-2 run rule. Tavian Josenberger will remain atop the order. 2 for 8 on the weekend. The junior batting .337 on the year. He'll be in center field. Peyton Stovall will stay in the second spot as well as play second base. The sophomore hitting .315. Jared Wagner, he brings the power. He'll be in left field. He'll bat third here in Game 3. The senior hitting .378 leads the team with 10 home runs. Brady Slavens will be the cleanup hitter. He'll be at first base. The senior with 8 doubles on the year and 2 home runs. Slavens batting .275. Jace Borfin will be in right field. He'll bat fifth. Kendall Diggs, again the DH. He'll be in the sixth spot. Caleb Calley, who came in as a replacement at third base late in the game yesterday, will get the start today at third, a junior hitting .222. Parker Rowland, who started behind the plate Friday, will be back behind the plate here for Game 3. The junior hitting an even .200. He will bat eighth. And John Bolden will round out the lineup. He'll be at the shortstop position, the senior hitting .209. Now Jay Johnson, his Tigers 20-3, 3-2 in league play. They'll have Gavin Dugas lead it off again. The second baseman, a senior, hitting .333. Trey Morgan in the 2 spot. He'll be at first base here for Game 3. Batting .308. Dylan Cruz in center will bat third. An impressive .532 average for Dylan Cruz. He also leads the team now with 8 home runs. Tommy White will be in the cleanup spot. He'll play third base, hitting .392. Cade Beloso, the senior, will be the DH. Started at first base in Game 2 earlier. He'll stay in the lineup as the designated hitter. Josh Pearson will be in right field, batting 6th. Jordan Thompson, your shortstop, moves up slightly. Had a pretty good day earlier. He's the shortstop. He'll bat 7th. Braden Joubert gets the start in left field. The junior hitting .255. And Brady Neal back behind the plate. He'll bat 9th. And the freshman hitting .271. Already 1 home run this weekend. That's a look at the Cintas starting lineup. That means first pitch is just around the corner. We come back, we start Game 3 to decide this series in Baton Rouge. Arkansas and LSU coming your way on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
17 SEC championships.
The flag 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances. 18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A beautiful Saturday evening as we come your way from Alex Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU. Game 3 of the series, Game 2 of a doubleheader here on Saturday. LSU and Arkansas. But the series all knotted up at 1 win apiece. Razorbacks winning yesterday in Game 1, 9-3. LSU coming back with a vengeance earlier today, run ruling the Razorbacks 12-2 after 7 innings. After LSU got down 2-0 and took the lead 3-2 on a Gavin Dugas home run and never looked back. Thatcher Hurd taking his final warm-up tosses. The Tigers go from all white earlier today to the white with purple pinstripes to finish up here on Saturday evening. Arkansas went back, changed into the gray unis, gray jerseys, gray pants. Arkansas red pinstripe down the leg. They'll have the Arkansas red batting helmets. As we are just set to go, Tavian Josenberger, a left-handed hitter, has led off all 3 games for Coach Dave Van Horn. He's batting .337, again 2 for 8 on the series after going 2 for 4 in Game 1 with 2 runs scored. He went 0 for 4 with a run scored in Game 2 earlier today. Conference play, he's batting .350 so far through 5 contests. We're ready to go as Thatcher Hurd looks in. The big right-hander winds, and the pitch called strike. We are underway. Time of first pitch, 6:32 Central Time. Game day forecast, well, in a word, perfect. Currently, blue skies, sunshine, 83 degrees. That one just missed outside, evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game day forecast presented by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. You get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Working quickly, Hurd delivers the 1-1. Smack foul with a bouncer down the first base line, and it's 1-2. Buzzy, you made a good point earlier prior to first pitch that Hurd really didn't have a bad outing last Sunday against Texas A&M. This one sails outside to even the count 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the numbers and you see the 3 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs. A lot of times people say, well, you just want your starting pitcher to give your team a chance, and I guess technically he did, but he would like to be a little more sharp.
This time Josenberger launches it high in the air, waiting for it is Dylan Cruz in left center. Settles under it, He'll have it, and Josenberger retired, and there's one away. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, you go back and look at that game 3, you can pick up the box score and go, okay, it wasn't a dynamic pitching performance, but certainly in that category of good enough to win. Tigers let it slip away late in that contest to the Aggies. With one away, we'll see Peyton Stovall, another left-hander in the lineup. Hurd fires and gets a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
96-mile-an-hour heater from Hurd, and early in the game, first couple batters getting ahead with the fastball. That's, I think, you want to see. You want to see him have command of that pitch right there. That's down in the zone, even though a ball. That wasn't a ball by much, but that's the spot you want to live, right at the knees.
1 ball, 1 strike to Stovall. Went 0 for 4 earlier today in game 2, and here's a swing and a miss. Is that cutter at 88?
That's right. That's right. And look, I've heard some people talk, it's a slider, a hard slider, whatever it is. It's not breaking, 3 feet. It's breaking 8, 10, 12 inches, but hard. 88, 87 miles an hour.
Comes back with a fastball at 95. Just missed the outside corner. That'll even it to 2-2.
Look, people can throw the slider 88 miles an hour. I mean, that's a real thing, but it doesn't have that big sweeping break. It's just a sharp, quick, downward pitch.
2-2. Snap foul off the bat of Stovall. Keeps the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Hurd last week, 3 1/3. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Again, Texas A&M made their hay on the back end of the bullpen. 2-2 pitch, sharply hit. Oh, 1 hopper snagged by Morgan. He's going to try to beat Stovall to the base and does for out number 2. I mean, a rifle shot off the bat. 1 hopper in front of Morgan, and he just throws the glove up, cleanly snags it, and then wins the race to first base.
The old school thing is you put a first baseman down there that's a masher that can hit. If he gives you defense, that's great, but we really don't care about defense. With Trey Morgan, we saw what he did in the first game this afternoon. He had a couple hits, hit a ball dang near over the diamond deck sign out there past the right field bleachers, and then what you get from him defensively is just unmatched by anybody really in the SEC.
He can play left field, made a spectacular play at the line earlier today, and of course flashing the leather there at first base. That will bring Jared Wagner to the plate. Hurd sets him up. Fastball at 94, called strike, and it's 0-1. Wagner batting .378 on the year, .313 through 5 conference games. Hurd facing the right-hander, fires, and that one low. Wagner stays away. Again, may have been that cutter again that dropped. It's 1-1. It was 87 miles an hour on the radar gun. 2 gone, top of the first. Wagner, though, a threat. Leads the team with 10 home runs. The 1-1, lazy swing, couldn't fully commit, and it's 1-2.
Chris, the wind blowing out, not tremendously hard, though. Was it blowing harder this afternoon? Because that ball that Wagner hit this afternoon didn't seem like it was hit that well. That was off the TV, don't get me wrong, but.
The 1-2, fights it off in the air, right field, and this one is going to find the diamond deck. I mean, a late swing, opposite field, and 3 rows into the diamond deck. He's got his 2nd home run of the series, 2nd home run of the day when you go back to the shot earlier in game 2. And Arkansas, just like earlier, gets a 1-0 lead. They take the early lead in this one. I thought off the bat that had no chance.
Well, that may have just answered my question. The ball he hit earlier might have got out with no wind or wind, because that ball there, Chris, the wind is really working against it a little bit, if you will. That wind's working out to left. That ball, I'm like you, Chris. I thought right fielder Pearson was going to be camped underneath, and it went 8-10 rows up in the seats.
Slavin steps up, and he will rake this one down the line, fair in right. Giving chases Pearson. He'll have to dig it out of the corner, and Slavin's in with a 2-out double. LSU earlier today striking with 2 outs, and now Arkansas taking a page out of the Tigers' book. The solo home run by Wagner to right field, and now following it up with a double to right is Slavin's. 1-0 lead, runner in scoring position. I was going to tell you that the wind was blowing. It wasn't fierce, but it was blowing out. And that home run earlier today by Wagner kind of carried and carried. Very similar. Opposite parts of the park, but again, didn't look like a monster shot, but it counts just the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pitch inside to Borfin now. Misses. Ball 1-0.
Well, pitching's difficult. I mean, you look, he gets 2 outs, 2 quick outs, looks sharp, thinking, hey, this is going to be an easy inning. And then a couple pitches later, you got a ball in the seats, you're down 1 run, and then you got a guy in scoring position with a double.
Missing low and inside now makes it 2-0 to Borfin.
Well, that's the old, everybody says, get that leadoff hitter. That helps with a team not being able to score a run, but you still got to bear down every pitch, even with 2 outs.
2-0 pitch inside, benzing back, and it's now 3-0. And if Thatcher Hurd can find a way, Buzzy, to get this 3rd out, give up the 1 run, the solo shot, which never will kill you.
No.
Maybe Ty Floyd can pull him aside and say, hey, look, here's what I did earlier. Put it behind you. 3-0 pitch, misses high, so a walk now given up to Borfin.
Well, and I'll tell you, Chris, this is one of many differences of playing in the SEC, and it's not to knock teams that don't play in the SEC, but getting 3 full outs or getting the 27 full outs, if you will, on the course of a game is so difficult against really good teams. Good teams will make you pay, even when you think the inning's going by quicker. You're going to have a good clean inning. A pitch here, home run, another pitch double, you walk a guy, and then you're right back in a pickle when you thought you were going to have a clean inning. This is what the good teams do, and that's why it's difficult to win in the SEC.
Wes Johnson, pitching coach, no surprise. Good time to get out there and visit with Thatcher Hurd. Pep talk for his right-hander. And the sophomore transferred in from UCLA. Runners now 1st and 2nd, still 2 outs. We'll see Kendall Diggs, the DH. Diggs had the grand slam home run in the top of the 10th yesterday in game 1. Again, 8 runs plated in the top of the 10th, 7 of them coming by way of 2 home runs. Hurd fires, 1-0. Top shelf fastball, swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-0 Arkansas leads. Slavin's at second, Borfin at first, and this pitch high, and Thatcher knew it when he let it go. 2-1. Five on the pitch clock, 4, and here's the delivery. Diggs fouls it back into the screen. Just missed on that one. It's the fastball hurls in there at 94 miles an hour. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you got the feeling yesterday with Skeens going that it was going to be a low-scoring game, and even though the game ended up 9-3, that really wasn't indicative of how the game played out. I mean, it was a low-scoring game for 9 innings.
25th pitch here for Thatcher Hurd on the way. The 2-2. Diggs stays alive, fouls it back into the screen.
You get the feeling this afternoon, I'm not saying it'll be a 12-2 game, but it feels like there'll probably be some runs scored, and LSU's going to certainly have to swing the sticks.
Diggs takes a moment. Now we'll step back in from the left side. Runners 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Deuces wild. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball missing inside and low. That's going to fill the count. And the pitch count a little high here for the top of the 1st inning. Payoff delivery. Popped up. That one is out of play. So Diggs fights off another. Still 3-2. Tigers will have Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz due up in the bottom half of the 1st. To get back into the dugout with just a 1-0 lead, you got to feel pretty good with those guys waiting to come up. The 3-2 yoke, but foul down the line in right and just over the seats towards the Performance Center. Out of play, still 3-2.
A tough spot right here for Hurd. Diggs is seeing just about everything that Hurd has, and he's right on top of it. So he's going to have to, Hurd's going to have to make a quality pitch to be able to get out of this inning.
Another payoff delivery. Runners go and misses outside, just off the outside corner. A little tight strike zone there. Hurd Thought maybe he'd get him, but Diggs gets the base on balls, and now Arkansas with the bases loaded. Again, 2 pretty quick outs to start the top of the first inning, highlighted by a fantastic play by Trey Morgan at first. But then Wegner with the solo home run, followed by a double. Back-to-back walks bring Caleb Cali, who has had limited at-bats this weekend. This is his 37th plate appearance of the year. It's the 1-0 high and inside. Now 2-0 to Cali, sitting in the 7th spot, batting just .222 on the year. It's time called. Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, going to come over, talk to Thatcher Hurd a little bit. Now we see personnel head down towards the bullpen, and Griffin Herring leading the charge. The big freshman left-hander will go down and stretch, no doubt.
That's a little bit of the mind game playing right here with Hurd. He gets 2 quick outs, and then a pitch gets deposited in the seats, another double. It's like he's not trusting his stuff, doesn't want to get in the zone because he's scared maybe, another hit is coming right behind. But this is where you got to trust it and just know that, hey, these are amateur hitters too, and my stuff's good enough to get them out. You got to bear down and make you a quality pitch.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 2-0. This is outside. Wow. Again, another close pitch, maybe off just an inch or so. But again, that compounds the mental toughness there when you've given up the home run, then the double, a couple of walks, and then you can't get the corners. This one inside, ball 4. Wow. Tried the inside corner, and that's going to walk in a run, and now Arkansas leads 2-0.
Yeah, look, I know 3-0 is not automatic, and the problem with that is Brady Neal was set up on the outside corner, and that ball, Brady didn't catch it in between his body, kind of caught on the side, but I thought it caught a lot of the plate. Yeah, and again, 3-0 is not automatic, but that looked like a quality strike. I usually take up for the home plate umpires and the umpires in general. That looked pretty good.
Bases remain loaded, 2 outs. Now 2-0 Arkansas leads. Parker Rowland to the plate. Parker started the game on Friday's game 1. He went 0 for 3. Did get a board on a walk, came around to score. Did not see action earlier in game 2. 1-0 the count to Rowland. Hurd fires. Again, the outside corner not in play. And now the fans really getting frustrated. It's 2-0.
Well, what's scary here is, you've got to lay one in there. You've got to throw a strike, and Rowland knows that.
2-0 is in for a strike. Rowland let it go, and the crowd will erupt in applause for the strike call. It's 2-1. Getting their message across firmly. Borfin at third. Diggs at second. Cali on the walk at first. This one swung on, lifted in the air, foul, third base way, making its way towards the seats. 7 rows deep, out of play, and it's now a 2-2 count to Rowland. Again, this is where things can really snowball on you. Rowland, the 8th hitter in the lineup. Again, a 200 hitter on the year. You've got an even count. Got to find a way to end it here. Last thing you want to do down 2-0 is turn this order over for Arkansas when things haven't gone your way early. They wanted to reset the pitch clock, apparently. Not happy with it already dwindling down after that foul ball, so they reset it. 2 outs, bases loaded. 2-2, slap foul, first base side. Still 2-2. Fans get low rate long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota today. Earlier in game 2, Tigers down 2-0 in the top of the first. Story remains the same here in game 3. The 2-2, called strike 3. Beautiful pitch inside to the left-handed hitter. Didn't offer a swing. And Thatcher Hurd gets out of it. His first Super One Foods strikeout. However, Arkansas 2 runs on 2 hits. They take a 2-0 lead. We've played a half inning. We'll return to the box in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 a.m. Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
2-0 Arkansas leads. We played at half inning. LSU comes to the plate. Gavin Dugas to lead it off, followed by Trey Morgan and Dylan Cruz. Arkansas plating 2 runs on 2 hits. There in the top half of the first inning. Buzzy, we talked about how Ty Floyd was able to shake that off in Game 2 earlier today. Same spot, different scenario, but 2-0. LSU, though, would eventually get going in the bottom of the second inning when they plated 4 runs and took the lead. But just the fact that maybe your offense shows a little something here in the bottom of the first inning could be a huge shot in the arm for Thatcher Hurd.
Well, and to your point, you said it. I mean, if you're Ty Floyd, you go up to Thatcher Hurd, you put your arm around him and say, hey, listen, I know where you're at. You can turn this thing around, and something tells me this ain't going to be a 2-0 ball game when it's all said and done at the end of this thing. So just keep throwing. You trust your stuff, and know that we're going to hit enough to get back in this thing.
Gavin Dugas to lead it off. First pitch offered up from Cody Adcock, the right-handed starter for the Razorbacks. It's a called strike, and it's 0-1. Dugas on the weekend so far through 2 games batting .143. This one he stays away from. It's low and inside. Evens the count 1-1. He's 1 for 7, although that one was pretty loud.
I was about to say that's the one you want. I think that turned really the weekend around, in my opinion.
No doubt about it. Gave the Tigers a 3-2 lead there in the 4th inning. Got fooled on that one, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch at 82, and he gets behind in the count 1-2. That was our play of the game. The Dugas home run down the line and left. Behind in the count, Adcock square to the plate, now winds. The 1-2 skips off the top of the plate, evens the count 2-2.
Adcock started his career at Ole Miss as a freshman back in 2021. He made 14 appearances, did have 2 starts for the Rebels, had a 6.41. So he's got SEC experience from another school, and then he went to Crowder College in 2022 before making his way to Arkansas.
2-2 pitch to Dugas. Swing and a miss. Turned him all the way around. Just off balance. Pitch in on the hands. Fastball. Got by him. Adcock with his first strikeout. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. We'll see Trey Morgan. Morgan against the Razorbacks, batting an even .400 this weekend. 4 of 10. Had his 2nd home run of the season earlier today. Also with a triple yesterday off the top of the center field wall. Adcock looks in. First pitch to the left-hander. Fastball strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
That home run earlier too, Chris. I mean, that was everything you want from a hitter. He gets it to 3-1. Gets a pitch kind of down and in. Perfect for a left-handed hitter, and he didn't miss it. He put that ball well up in the diamond deck.
This fastball missing outside. Morgan now looking at a 1-1 count. Adcock's 1-1 pitch. Sent back, just missed it, foul into the screen. Move the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. extra time. Steps back in. And on the season, batting .308. With one out, the 1-2. Missing high. 2-2 the count.
A 1-2 from Adcock, trying to elevate the fastball, see if he could get Morgan to chase. That ball 94 miles an hour up in the eyes.
2-2 pitch. Nice job to stay away as that one dropped off the table. Morgan gave it a look.
Well, that's kind of pitching 101. You want to elevate the fastball, change the eye level a little bit, and then you come back with the all-speed pitch down in the zone, out of the zone, and most hitters will chase that, but Trey Morgan able to lay off of it, get it to 3-2.
Payoff pitch outside, ball 4. So a one-out walk, Trey Morgan aboard. And that will bring Mr. Dylan Cruz to the plate. Dylan batting .667 through 2 games this weekend, 6 of 9 at the plate with 3 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. .532 his season average, .660 on-base percentage. And that's with now 77 bats under his belt through 23 games. Adcock checks the runner at first. Now from the stretch comes set. Pitch to Cruz. Misses low, 1-0.
Yeah.
I mean, Buzzy, I got a question. You know, you've played both sides of this. You got Tommy White on deck.
Right.
You got Dylan Cruz at the plate. Again, we've talked about how this lineup forces you to pitch to Dylan Cruz. As this one, fastball misses low from Adcock, 2-0. But is there ever a point where you just, as a head coach, go, you know what? We're not pitching to Dylan Cruz. We'll take our chances with Tommy White because he can kill you.
And this is no knock to Tommy White, but Dylan Cruz is hotter than White right now. So at this point, yes, you say, hey, look, I'm not giving him anything.
Wow! Launched to left center field towards the Tony Sassery sign. See ya! Don't pitch to Dylan Cruz. We got a tie ball game. His 11th, or rather 9th home run of the year. Brings in Morgan. Cruz around third. Wow.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
I mean, right on cue. He's just not missing the baseball. And to answer your question even earlier before the show, you know, during the pregame, I don't know that there's been a better LSU player to this point. Again, that can do it all. That can play defense in center field, that can run like a deer, that hits the ball harder than anybody we've seen in quite some time. It's very, very impressive. But yes, you take your chances with Tommy White, and hopefully Tommy will make you pay as well.
Breaking ball to White, misses outside. It's 1-0. Dylan Cruz. Oh, it's hard to believe this is his 3rd season, and I hope, myself included, none of us took for granted the chance to watch him play college baseball.
It's just fun. It's just fun to watch. He's you know, and you just look at the young man. He doesn't do it in a cocky way. He just does it in a going about your business type of way. I mean, it's very, very impressive.
1 ball, 1 strike. White missed on a breaking ball down in the dirt. He'll stand back in. 1 out. Tie game now. 2-2. Big swing. Just fouled it off the bottom of the bat straight into the plate. Count now moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Dylan Cruz is batting .538 now.
Well, I was going to say, you talk about the 77 at bats. I mean, this is the point in the year where the averages start to kind of get to a normal number, right?
The 1-2 launched to center field. Josenberger to the track. And he will have room right at the 405 sign. Oh, off the bat it looked good, but the deepest part of the park, able to hold it. Josenberger records out number 2.
Yeah, another 2 or 3 weeks, it really starts to settle in. But you know, this part of the season, you don't usually see a whole lot of guys. You'll see some 400s, a lot of high 300 average, but you don't see guys well over 500 to this part of the season, and Dylan Cruz is doing it. But good swing right there by Tommy White. Hopefully that'll get him blocked back in, staying right back through the middle. A good hard swing back up the middle, just missed it.
Beloso now stands in. Cade, the DH here in game 3 of this series. Did not see him yesterday, but he got the start at first base earlier today and was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Added another double. Here's a ground ball bouncer foul, first base side. He falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, with the right-handed pitcher went Beloso. You got Joe Bear in the lineup. Of course, you know you got Neal and Morgan. So Got those lefties in there towards the bottom of the lineup.
The 0-2 to Beloso. Fastball outside. Beloso lays back. It's 1-2. Tie game, 2-2. Thanks to Dylan Cruz. The 1-2. Good eye. Beloso holds bat to back. That one just missed low. It's now 2-2. Two outs, the 2-2 pitch. Base hit, left of second base. It'll make its way into center field. Cade Beloso, 10th hit on the year and 20 at-bats. Another guy that's seen the ball well, and when called upon, more times than not, will deliver for Jay Johnson and company. So a 2-out single has Beloso at first. Speaking of delivering, it's Josh Pearson's time to come to the plate. Before that, there'll be a meeting with Matt Hobbs, the pitching coach for Arkansas. He'll go out there and talk with Cody Adcock. But last weekend, this sounds strange, Buzzy, but it was a shock. We arrived at Bluebell Park. We get the starting lineup. We see Josh Pearson in the starting lineup in left field. Josh was fantastic last year in his freshman campaign.
Correct.
Just kind of lost track of him in the non-conference based on his limited starts, limited play. But he came through big over the weekend at Texas A&M. Gets the start again this weekend and also has delivered. Pearson batting .375 through 2 games against Arkansas, an even .300 with 40 previous plate appearances.
Yeah, had the 2 hits in this first game this afternoon. And I was telling my dad, we were listening to you and Doug earlier, Chris, I said, Pearson's going to put together a good at-bat here. I'm not telling you he's going to get a hit. He's going to put together a good at-bat, and don't you know he hits the ball down the line. I think that was the triple where he got all the way to third base rounding with 2 outs, and just professional at-bats. You've heard Coach Johnson say that a lot.
First pitch called strike, 0-1. Pitch to Pearson, pops him up near second base. Bolton, the shortstop, settling under it, and he will have it for out number 2. But LSU, after trailing 2-0, comes into the bottom of the first. 2 runs on 2 hits, highlighted by the 2-run bomb to left center field for Dylan Cruz. We're tied 2-2. Arkansas coming up in the top of the second on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half.
I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than one inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher
All right, Mike, when we come back, when there's a pause or something or a foul ball, I'm going to call for an ID, not a commercial.
Okay. Working closely with
you'll hit the
customers
ID
to
button. You
understand
see
their
it?
needs and provide them with
All right, sounds
reliability,
good.
fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, you got the number 3 team Razorbacks, number 1 team LSU. We got a 2-2 tie as we head to the top of the second inning. Thatcher Hurd back on the mound, and the first pitch to John Bolton, the number 9 hitter in the order, is a called strike, 0-1. Bolton batting for the first time tonight. Sends this one back into the screen and falls behind early, 0-2. Bolton 0 for 3 earlier today. He was 0 for 2 on Friday, so Hurd looking to get him out and gets him to chase. Swing and a miss. Thatcher Hurd with his second Super One Foods strikeout and one gone here in the top of the second. And it's amazing. Still a lot of work left to do, Buzzy. But again, if I'm Thatcher Hurd, I'm over there talking later to Dylan Cruz and Trey Morgan saying, guys, thanks. A little shaky there in the top of the first, but now we're back to even. And I can, again, trust his stuff. As you said, I think that's got to be key when he went through the trouble in the top of the first inning.
Well, it's a renewed energy for sure. You come back out there and it's a brand new ball game after you struggle a little bit in the first.
This one swung on. It should be foul, and is. We'll find the seats down the line and left for Josenberger, who flied out to Dylan Cruz in shallow left center field back in the first inning. 2 for 9 now, Josenberger on the weekend. Hurd fires. There's a strike. Came out of the mitt of Brady Neal, but the strike call already made, and it's 0-2. So Hurd looking good. This is a really good Arkansas hitting club. The numbers bear it out. There's a swing and a miss, and Hurd back-to-back strikeouts. His third Super One Foods K, and 2 gone. And that's, here's the test, Buzzy. 2 quick outs again here to start the top of the second.
Well, there's two hitters in a row where he gets 0-2 and he makes the good 0-2 pitch where the ball's out of the zone, but it catches a lot of the zone early, meaning it's getting the hitter in swing mode as that pitch misses outside. But that's the key. You don't, too many times when you get 0-2, a lot of times pitchers will just waste a pitch. Well, that's no good either when you throw it completely out of the zone and the hitter doesn't even offer at it. But when you get that ball moving somewhere around the zone and then darting out of it, that becomes difficult.
This one misses low. Now 2-0 the count to Peyton Stovall, who grounded out on a spectacular highlight play by Trey Morgan on a ground ball, 1-hopper to first. Back in that first inning. That was the second out of that inning. The 2-0 down the middle for a strike. Fastball at 94 from Hurd. It's 2-1. And that's what Jay Johnson loves, especially from his pitchers, is when you've got that intestinal fortitude to come back and fight after maybe not the best start or maybe a tough inning. Is that one a called strike to even it now 2-2? He likes to see if you can go back out there, put that behind you, and compete. And right now, that's what Thatcher Hurd's doing. Is a strike away from striking out the side. That one inside and low. That will fill the count now to Stovall.
Well, sports is a game of failure. I mean, you could argue baseball's the biggest sport that has failure in it, and it's how you react to it. And I think that's what the coaches want to see. How do you handle failure? Do you pick yourself up by the bootstraps and get back after it, or do you close up shop?
Oh, payoff pitch looked good from here, but they'll say missed the outside corner, and that will give a walk to Peyton Stovall. Man, oh man, again, real time from our vantage point. We'll watch a replay here to see how much of the plate that missed. Just a bit, little break on the last turn and just off the plate, but a good pitch. Maybe not for a 3-2 count.
Well, it's a good, as you said it best. 3-2. That's not that's not where you want to throw it. But I'll say if we're on the other side and we're hitting, we definitely don't want that pitch called against us.
This one misses outside now to Wagner. Wagner had the home run back in the first inning.
Yeah, seeing it well, and he's got some pop in that bat. Got to be careful. Again, you want to stay down in the zone.
Team leading 11 home runs, and there's a strike at the knees, inner half, and it's 1-1. Runner at first, 2 down. Hurd fires. That's a strike on the outside corner to the right-hander. A little bit of wiggle on that. 88 miles an hour. It's 1-2. Again, ahead in the count. Looking for the out pitch if you're Thatcher Hurd. 1-2, misses high and outside. 2-2. This inning, by the way, brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996 and get your Tiger tune-up from AccuTemp Services. 2-2 pitch, low and outside. That's going to fill the count now. So now this is where Thatcher Hurd has to really get locked in, get focused. He got 2 quick outs by way of strikeout. But now a walk on a pitch that didn't miss by much, but Another payoff delivery, and this misses high. Now back-to-back walks, and Wagner will take first base. Buzzy, this starting to be a movie I remember seeing already.
Well, this is what drives you nuts because it's just the stuff is so good. It's just getting more consistent if you're Thatcher Hurd and Coach Wes Johnson down there saying, you've got the stuff. We love the stuff. We know you can get the guys out. It's just the free passes. Now you make a little mistake, and then the game gets back to a deficit.
Slavin swings and misses. And a fastball pumped in at 93 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Griffin Herring back up and throwing, the left-hander for the Tigers down in the bullpen. The 0-1 challenges again, pops him up. This one in the air, right center field. Looks like Pearson coming over, and he will have it for out number 3. So Arkansas, no runs, no hits. They leave 2 men on, and we've played an inning and a half at the box, and we are tied 2-2. LSU will have 7, 8, and 9 due up. Thompson, Joe Bear, and Neal when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
My husband had a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition, unfortunately, was not stored separately. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. With safe gun storage, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-2 our score, Arkansas LSU. Jordan Thompson will lead it off for LSU here. Cody Adcock, the right-hander, delivers, and a swing and a foul ball down the third base line for Jordan Thompson, who's batting .293 on the year, coming in. Nice weekend so far, .429 against the Razorbacks. 3 of 7 at the plate. The 0-1, another strike at the knees, falls behind 0-2. I know I'm biased, certainly Buzzy, you're biased, but on a day like today, here in late March, Saturday night at the box with this crowd, this matchup, doesn't get much better than this. The 0-2 misses high to Thompson.
No, and look, I know a lot of teams, home teams, can say, oh, it's an advantage to play at home with your crowd, but I just think there's something different about Alex Box Stadium here at Skip Bertman Field. When it's a night game, it's like that field across the street, Tiger Stadium. A night game, it's just different, and the home crowd really matters.
Thompson chasing one in the dirt. He's down on strikes as Adcock records his second punch out of the night. We'll see Braden Joubert. Joubert had a pinch hit for Tommy White late in the game earlier today. Started for the Tigers on Friday. He's 1 for 4 so far against the Razorbacks this weekend. Hitting .255 on the year. 5 home runs, 2 doubles, and 1 triple so far this year. First pitch, missing the outside corner. I'll say this, the home plate umpire has been very consistent, although that one missed. Pitchers not getting any favors, whether it's right-handed or left-handed hitters on the outside of the plate. 1-0, missing low, good eye by Joe Bears, that one dropped. 2-0. And I've said it 1,000 times. Buzzy, I'm sure you said it when you were playing. The coaches said it to you when you were playing. If they call it consistent, yeah, it'll bother you, but make sure it's both ways.
If it's the same for both teams, you really got no argument.
2-0. Joe Bear swings, pops it up to left field. Wagner going back to the track. Looks like he has room and does in front of the Cintas sign to record out number 2. So Joe Bear gave it a ride, but a long and loud out to left. 2 gone. And we'll see Brady Neal. Neal batting .271. .333 this weekend on 2 of 6, including that home run that tied the game in the bottom of the 8th yesterday. Righty on lefty matchup, and the first delivery. Swing and a miss. Challenging with the fastball at 94. Adcock wins that one.
Yeah, I thought once when Neal hit that homer on Friday, Chris, I said, okay, it's 1-1. And then, of course, the 8th inning shook out like it did. They had the runners in scoring position. I just felt like LSU was going to find a way to win that game.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball again that dropped off the table. In fact, Rowland had to catch it underhanded at the plate. 0-2.
And to your point, what you said about the crowd, and you may, again, call me biased. I know we are biased. If that game's being played at night, I think LSU finds a way to win that ball game. I'm just telling you, I think a night game, Friday night, a close game going into the 9th inning.
That one missing outside.
I've seen it too many times.
I've had the
you
same
did
thought.
too.
Yeah, I had the same thought. 1-2 now to Neal.
We didn't have enough time. The fans didn't have enough time to, how do we say, just warm themselves from the inside, with some libations.
That's right.
we needed to get a little more fired up.
2 outs, the 1-2 to Neal. Again, missed the outside corner. Evens the count now, 2-2. I believe I've heard it referred to as liquid encouragement.
There you go.
Here at LSU.
That's right.
2 outs, the 2-2 to Neal. Off speed again. Tried to nibble that outside corner, but not working. It's now a full count. So after Neal got behind early, he works it full.
Yeah, good example right there of LSU. You don't want that pitch called on you, and home plate umpire did not call it.
Opposite field, Neal launches this down the line in left. Giving chase is Wagner, and he makes the grab as he slams into the side wall. Thought that one was going to find the front row of seats, but Wagner stayed with it, navigated foul territory, and pulls it in for out number 3. So the Tigers are done. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We've played 2 at the box here in Game 3, and we're tied at 2. Top of the 3rd coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 3rd, knotted up at 2 runs apiece. Arkansas and LSU. Razorbacks at the plate. Borfin, the right fielder, leads it off. Got a board on a walk back in the 1st inning. Strike on the outside corner to the left-hander. Whoa, stop the press. 1 ball, 1 strike. May even have surprised Thatcher Hurd. 1-1 to Borfin. Setting up outside is Neal, but that pitch too far off the plate. 2-1 the count. Things always heating up on the field, but whenever you're ready to cool it down, just count on Slow Melt Ice. Colder, cleaner, and longer lasting. Check them out at slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com. Ground ball. It's a fair ball. Morgan knocks it down, trying to pick it up and flip it back to first, but unable to beat Borfin, who made it to first base. What an effort by Trey Morgan. That one was on him in no time flat. He's able to knock it down right beside him. Then had to find the ball and then just kind of an option pitch back towards Hurd at first base. Made a great effort, but Borfin able to beat it out on a sharply hit, I believe, infield single.
Yeah, going to be a single. Good job of Trey Morgan getting some leather on it and almost made the play. Just a little bit of the baseball gods going against you right there if you're the Tigers.
Thatcher Hurd going to toss over and get Borfin back to the first base bag. Kendall Diggs aboard on a walk there in the first inning. Eventually left stranded at second base. He will stand in. Another left-hander in this lineup as Hurd fires. And on the hands, misses for ball one. Like a pretty good pitch, but certainly a defined strike zone, at least here in the early innings. And it would be referred to as tight. 1-0 pitch. That one missing inside. No question. 2-0. Diggs a .338 hitter. DH sitting in the 6th spot of this lineup. 2-0 pitch. Slap, but headed towards the seats, maybe over the seats and right. Yep, that one's headed towards the parking lot. Haven't seen you. This is the first time, Buzzy, all week. Asked Ben McDonald, asked Doug Thompson. How about 5 sweeps to open conference play last weekend? Didn't see that coming with the talent in this league. There's a strike at the belt.
Well, and
make it 2-2.
LSU's opponent next weekend was one of those surprise sweeps. Tennessee getting swept by Missouri, and
Ole Miss had it handed to them by Vanderbilt. Mississippi State by Kentucky. Here's the 2-2, and again, Diggs jumps on that, hits it to the bullpen. The Tiger catcher there in the pen snagged that one, gets a hand from the crowd.
Yeah, and LSU had every opportunity over in College Station to get their sweep as they took the first 2 games, went into that Sunday, and just couldn't figure out a way. As you know, look, if you're an A&M fan, you could probably say, look, they got unlucky. They hit some balls extremely hard all game and got unlucky, so they're probably saying we deserve to win that game, but man, that's not how LSU Tiger fans think.
Tennessee clinching the series earlier today with a walk-off sac fly RBI in the bottom of the 9th inning to win 8-7 over Texas A&M. They handled the Aggies fairly easy on Friday. 2-2 now, the count to Diggs with a runner at first, nobody out. Hurd, a swing and a foul off the bat, off the leg, and it rolls back to the mound.
Well, that should be another electric atmosphere next weekend, Chris. I mean, Tennessee a couple years ago, it's, you know, we went over there for a super regional and they kind of had our number, and I was talking to some different fans. They didn't particularly love the experience they had over at that stadium, but it'll be good to get them in here, and it should be big crowds.
I've always said, leaving the ballpark in that super regional an hour and a half after the game is over, when you're heckling the radio guy, it's been a long time since you've had success, and that's
a good point.
That's what happened in 21. Pitch inside and got away from Neal, and that's going to allow Borfin to slide on into second base. That one just missed Diggs, and I think Diggs now making an argument it hit him, and now Dave Van Horn comes out and says, hey, I want you to take a look at it. So we'll get our first review. Diggs didn't initially say it hit him. He backed up out of the way, and then he was looking at the home plate umpire going, hey, wait a minute, that hit me, I think. And so now it looks like we're going to go under review as the umpires meet on the infield grass.
Yeah, but
I think that is a challenge from Dave Van Horn. He came out of the dugout.
No chance the field umpires saw anything. So I mean, you've got to go to review if you think if you think it hit him. But Diggs didn't, as you said, Chris, he didn't do a very good job of selling.
will go under review. Again, the umpires are supposed to turn their mic on and tell us we're going under review and what we're reviewing, not just turn the mic on. But I understand they're learning this technology. It's new. Typically, you would come on and say that play or that pitch is now under review. Then you turn your mic off. Then when Birmingham tells you what to say and what they've determined, then you turn your mic back on and you let all of us know. But they'll figure it out.
Well, I was going to say, they're probably thinking, I got enough to worry about. You tell
a no hit by pitch is changed to a hit by pitch.
So they do change it and rule that Diggs was hit by a pitch. So now runners first and second. So the challenge won by Arkansas. Our first review brought to you by Acme Oyster House. So Thatcher Hurd now with some work to do. Nobody out, 2 men on. Top of the third in a tie game. And
yeah, let's see how Coach Dave Van Horn wants to play this. You've got your 7-0 hitter up, nobody out, maybe a bunt situation.
Looking to swing on that pitch, but it missed low, 1-0. Coming up Monday night, premiere of the Jay Johnson Show will be live from TJ Ribs from 7 to 8 p.m. on Acadian here in Baton Rouge. You can tune in if you can't make it out and join us on Eagle 98.1 FM. 1-0, outside and low now. Strike zone becoming an issue for Thatcher Hurd. It's 2-0. Again, Griffin Herring still warming. Got to believe, Buzzy, he'd be ready to go if Jay Johnson elects to make a change here, but he might be willing to see if Thatcher can battle through this. He's not yet made it to the steps as this one hit high in the air, and this one is foul. Boy, that one off the bat was scary as Callie got all of that, but just left of the foul pole.
Yeah, that looked like a Jesse Beanie Landry driver that I play with at U Club from time to time. Just a towering shot left.
Well, I'll have to see you hit that.
You should see Jesse hit it. He's pretty good at it.
Runners first and second. The 2-1. This one slapped down the line, and this one just foul and left.
Now that was a Jimmy Robbins 2-iron right there. Okay? That was a little different. But
so 2-2 the count, but Callie.
Well, just 2 strikes, but he's playing with fire right now as Thatcher Hurd.
Yeah, with 2 men on. Callie, a .222 hitter. This is just his 37th plate appearance of the year, but an imposing figure there at the plate, batting from the right side. 6'3", 230 pounds.
Well, I talked about possibly the bunt, but I like to swing away here because you can pitch around rolling on deck to get to Bolton the 9 here. So you go with one of your better hitters.
To the gap, left center field. Giving chase will be Joe Bear. He'll have to go all the way to the wall to get it. That will bring in Borfin. They'll go ahead and send the runner in Diggs without a throw. And Arkansas back on top 4-2 as Callie delivers the 2 RBI double to left center field. Hit 2 balls extremely hard foul. That time lined it up.
Yeah, he wasn't getting fooled up there, and he got a pitch out over the plate and didn't get fooled on that one either. That ball's driven into the left center gap. And Hurd, you know, look, the velocity's there, and it's just not as sharp, kind of getting behind hitters and really becoming predictable, and you can't do that against a good team like Arkansas.
Jay Johnson with the slow walk out of the mound. This may be all for Thatcher Hurd. Yep, he'll make the call to the bullpen. So Hurd's night is done as Arkansas regains the lead 4-2. Still nobody out. Runner at second base. So far 2 runs on 2 hits for the Razorbacks. Griffin Herring, the left-hander, coming in. We'll give you his numbers and get back to action. Razorbacks 4, Tigers 2 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons for you. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. As Jay Johnson calls upon the left-hander Griffin Herring to take over for Thatcher Hurd. Arkansas came into the inning, tied 2-2. They played it 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody out. Runner at second. It's a 4-2 Razorback lead.
Herring, the left-handed freshman out of South Lake, Texas, making his 6th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 0 ERA. He's thrown 5 innings, given up 3 hits. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts.
Hard throwing left-hander fires and a strike on the inside corner. To Parker Rowland, the catcher, and it's 0-1. Wind picking up just a tad here. Again, blowing out. 0-1 misses low and inside. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Herring checks the runner at second. Now the 1-1 to the plate. There's another strike on the inside corner. He gets ahead 1-2.
Yeah, very good off-speed pitch at 1-1 and just darted across the plate. Got to get that first one. That's a big one to get. Stay out of the big inning. You can survive 2 runs here.
Ground ball, bouncer foul to the third base dugout. Count remains 1-2, just like the winning lineup. Cintas has the all-star services for all of your business needs, everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. So get ready for the workday with Cintas. Callie with the 2 RBI double down at second base. Herring trying to find the first out of the inning. He's ahead in the count 1-2 to Rowland at the plate. Lefty on righty matchup, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down in the dirt, got away from Neal. Neal picks it up quickly, though, and that'll keep Callie at second. However, they said he had to throw down, and the throw was off the mark, but a little bit of interference there from Rowland, and the home plate umpire says, nope, you're out. Lucky break there for LSU. As Neal lost it, his first intention was to keep the runner at second. Then he realized he needed to complete the strikeout with a throw to first. Now Dave Van Horn out. He's not happy. He's saying, hey, what did he do wrong? He ran up the first baseline. But the home plate umpire was emphatic that there was interference, and he ruled the runner out.
So I'll tell you, I know why Van Horn's arguing. Neal, to me, took a little more time than I thought. I thought he'd have been a little more sense of urgency. But you're right, Chris. He was trying to check on the runner at second. He just took 1 or 2 more shuffles than I thought he should have, and it was going to be a close play no matter what. Even if it didn't hit him, it was going to be bang, bang down there at first base. And he is inside the baseline. We're getting a replay up here in the booth. He was definitely inside.
So that does record the first out, keeps the runner at second, and the first pitch to Bolton, the cold strike. Bolton, the strikeout victim to Thatcher Hurd. His first time up back in the second inning. So again, Griffin Herring in relief, trying to get out of the woods here. Keep it a 2-run game. Pitches lows. Neal fields it off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Callie, short lead off second. Herring looks back. Now to the plate, the 1-1 into the screen right side. Foul ball makes it 1-2. And a great crowd here. Expected maybe a bigger crowd for game 2. Obviously, tons of activities going on Saturday midday and afternoon. Great crowd here at the box. This is why you love SEC baseball. This is why you love LSU baseball. One out, runner at second. Herring ahead in the count. The 1-2 skips away from Neal, gets behind him. Neal picks it up, throws to third, but in safely will be Callie. Again, a little hesitation by Neal. He found it near the LSU logo behind the plate. Not a full pump, Buzzy, but it just looked like he again shuffled one more time before unloading.
Yeah, and if I can make one little correction, and it's something small, it's probably not going to even seem like anything huge. When you get to the baseball, pick it up with your bare hand. He's going with the glove pickup, so then he's got to transfer into his throwing hand, then make the throw. It just takes a little more time.
Swing and a miss. Nice comeback there by Herring to get Bolton on the swing and the miss with the pitch inside. That is the second out, and that's big.
Yeah, huge.
With a runner now at third, you can concentrate for the most part on the batter at the plate, trying to keep it a 4-2 Arkansas lead. Though Callie down at third base. Josenberger, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 here in game 3 of this series. Pitch in the dirt, missing ball 1.
Well, Josenberger had a nice day Friday, was 2 for 4. Went 0 for in this afternoon's game, did score a run.
The 1-0. Oh boy, in the air to left field, giving chase Joe Bear. Back to the track, and he's got it. The park holds it within its walls. Gave it a ride, but Josenberger flies out to left for out number 3. However, Arkansas 2 runs on 2 hits, regained the lead 4-2. A lot of baseball left. We head to the bottom of the third. Top of the order for LSU, Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz due up when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Arkansas leads once again 4-2. Bottom of the third inning. Gavin Dugas atop the order will lead it off, and the first pitch from Adcock catches him right in the back. So one pitch and the leadoff man aboard. That's the start you're looking for. As Trey Morgan now will pick up the hardwood, come to the plate.
Yeah, you want to any way you can, and that's getting hit by pitch, drawing walks. That's actually an offensive philosophy for a lot of coaches. It's definitely one for Coach Jay Johnson. He wants you to be aggressive, and he loves the 3-run homer and the double as much as anybody, but taking pitches and working your way on base is certainly something he preaches.
Trey Morgan found a way to get on by way of walk. This time a line drive hit right back at Bolton. He will throw to first, but Dugas heads up play, gets back there. Arkansas unable to double up. Boy, that was smoked off the bat of Morgan. I don't know if Bolton made the play or just out of reflex, put the glove up, made it happen. But again, Dugas able to get back, avoid the double play. So with one out, we'll see Dylan Cruz. Last time Dylan was at the plate, he had a 2-run homer to tie the game. He's got 9 on the season. Adcock again. The question, do you pitch? Give him anything to look at? My answer would be no. He's batting .538. First pitch. Gets in front of the plate, gets by Roland, and Dugas into second base.
Yeah,
that's one way to avoid Dylan Cruz hitting a homer.
Well, Chris, what's funny is that's a fastball, and not that, college pitchers are certainly capable of spiking fastballs, don't get me wrong, but you don't see it a ton. I mean, when you call for the fastball, it's going to be somewhere. It's not in the zone. It's going to be somewhere catchable. That ball was nowhere near the zone. I mean, that was a fastball that was thrown, 51 feet.
So now a runner in scoring position and a 1-0 count to Dylan Cruz. Adcock checks the runner. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, slapped foul off the bat of Cruz. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the US of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota. Cruz sensational. 7 of 10 so far in this series. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses low. Again, that's a great eye by Dylan Cruz. Looked good for about 50 feet, maybe more. Cruz stepped back, stayed away, and it's 2-1.
Well, the good hitters can stay back long enough, and they've got good enough hands to they can react at the last possible moment. Average hitters got to go out and try to hit that pitch because their hands aren't as good.
Ground ball towards the shortstop, gets by a diving Bolton. Dugas around second. They're going to go ahead and wave him in. The throw coming to the plate, not in time. Safe is Dugas. Tigers cut the lead to 1. It's 4-3. Dylan Cruz smokes a ground ball by Bolton at short. He now stands at second. Dylan Cruz doing Dylan Cruz things once again.
I thought Dugas at second could have possibly gone on that, but he works back towards the bag, doesn't want to run into an out at third base. So he's got to pause a little bit. Tip your hat to Coach Josh Jordan down at third base as he was reading that left fielder the whole time, and he was saying if Dugas can get to third base before the left fielder can put his hands on the baseball, I'm going to send him. And Coach Josh Jordan did it, and it was semi-close at home plate, but really with the slide by Dugas, it wasn't, and we got us a 1-run ball game.
Looks like Dave Van Horn's going to make a change. He will. He had 2 warming furiously in the bullpen to start this bottom of the third. He'll make a pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We got a great contest. 4-3. Arkansas leads by 1. Tigers have a runner at second base. There's 1 out. And Tommy White will be at the plate to face the new Hog pitcher when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU cuts the lead to 1, 4-3. Arkansas head coach Dave Van Horn out there quickly after Dylan Cruz delivers the ground ball into left center field. Gavin Dugas hustling from second, able to get in. Cut the lead to 1. Now Tommy White to the plate with 1 out. They'll hand the baseball over to Zach Morris for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, Morris, left-handed pitcher, senior, 6'3", 225 pounds. Morris making his 7th appearance. He's 0-1 with an 8.03 ERA. Does have 2 saves in 12 and a third inning, giving up 19 hits, 11 earned runs, 5 walks, and 12 strikeouts. This is his first appearance in SEC play, Chris.
Tommy White at the plate. Took one deep to center to the 405 side. Jossenberger able to catch up to it back in the first inning. First pitch missing outside to White, 1-0. Tommy batting .387, 6 home runs, 9 doubles on the year. Cruz down at second base. Morris glances back. Now the left-hander fires. Sharply hit ground ball, but foul first base side. And it's 1-1. Tiger fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today. Become a backyard barbecue champ. Only at bbqguys.com. You may one day get as good as Buzzy Heidel back there in the backyard. Maybe.
Yeah.
1-1 the count to White.
I could use some coaching up on the barbecue.
Swing and a fly ball, shallow right center field. Borfin coming in, and he will have it. Second out of the inning. Cruz will stay put at second base. So second pop fly out for Tommy White. And we will see Cade Beloso. Right guy, right moment, you would think. Beloso, veteran, left-handed hitter. DH here in Game 3. Played first base earlier today. Had a base hit in the first inning. Arkansas will play straight up here along the infield, straight away in the outfield as well. Lefty on lefty matchup with Morris and Beloso. Cade ready to go. Morris to the plate. Strike outer half of the plate, 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprised back in that first inning. Beloso with the base hit back up the middle, and Arkansas plays Beloso, as you said, Chris. I mean, they're straight up in every position. You'd think they'd have him a little to the pull side, shaded, but they don't. I mean, it's straight up right now. A lot of room right back through the middle of the field.
The 0-1, missing low and inside. Evens a count to Cade, 1-1. Dylan Cruz, by the way, for keeping score at home, his average now on the season is .544.
Yeah, that's not like just a weekend average or over his last 10 games.
Here's the 1-1 to Beloso. Outside and low, make it 2-1.
Coach, it's hard to hit. What did you say it was, Chris?
.544.
Yeah, you can't do that in coach's pitch when the coach is trying to give you a good pitch. I mean, it's...
Buzzy mentioned it. A lot of room right up the middle here. Beloso awaits. 2-1, stays away, and a good eye. The breaking ball off the outside corner. Now 3-1. That's the veteran you can count on in Cade Beloso.
Yeah, got it to a good count. Now you got to look one spot here. You know, with runner in scoring position, he's going to pitch you tough with a base open and the freshman on deck, or excuse me, with Pearson on deck.
3-1 pitch. Right up the middle, base hit center field. Cruz makes the turn around third. The throw going to be cut off, and we are tied for Cade Beloso. I see ya. Drives in his 9th run of the year, and we are tied at 4-all. Right up the middle.
Professional at bat, you hear me say it a lot. You know, I wish I could have done it more as a player, but a lot of hits back up the middle. If you could just stay through, stay back, you know, get that foot down. A lot of people, you get that front foot down and you see the baseball as long as you can. You let it travel as long as you possibly can into the hitting zone, and you work right back through the middle. Don't try to pull off, and you can make a lot of money hitting it right there.
So a tie game, 2 outs. Here's Josh Pearson with Beloso down at first. Pearson popped out to the shortstop, Bolton. Here's the first pitch. Hopper to second base. Short hop handle by Stovall. Flips underhanded to Slavens for out number 3. But LSU battles back. 2 runs on 2 hits. Back to a tie game. 4-4 our score as we head to the top of the 4th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger Athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back to a tie game, 4-4. Arkansas and LSU doing battle here, game 3 of this series. Each team with a victory so far this weekend. Stovall to lead it off. Griffin Herring delivers the first pitch. Fouled off, and it's 0-1. Stovall so far 0 for 1. Here in game 3. 0 for 4 earlier today in game 2. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI yesterday in game 1. That's one missing. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stovall. Left-hander fires. This is off the plate. The breaking ball, 2-1.
And an important outing right here for Herring, Chris. I mean, you know, a little bit of the rumblings right now, if you know, throughout the LSU Nation, if you will, is just a little bit of that bullpen. Who can we trust, you know, in that bullpen, shore up that relief pitching?
Missing high now, 3-1 from Herring.
You know, you've got Ackenhausen. We've seen Riley Cooper do it. But, you know, Chase Shores has looked good at times. They're trying him out of the bullpen. It's just, you know, they need a couple guys that they can count on after their starter gives them some innings.
Jams him up, pop fly, first base side. Trey Morgan, he'll have it, and 1 away. Stovall retired.
I guess you'd say that's maybe the one question mark, if there is one on this team, is who do you count on after your starters can give you a few innings? You'd like to see Hurd obviously go a little more than he has tonight, but if Herring can give you 3-4 nice innings, that'll certainly make this game a lot easier for LSU.
This pitch in the dirt, blocked up by Neal on the first offering to Wagner, and it's 1-0. Have not seen, just names coming to mind so far this weekend. Obviously Riley Cooper, Nate Ackenhausen, Sam Dutton, Bryce Collins, a couple of names that come to mind that would be available, along with Blake Money out of the bullpen. This one misses low. Now 2-0 to Wagner. Wagner 1 for 1, had the solo home run. There's a strike off speed from Herring. Make it 2-1. This one in the air to right field. Turning and twisting, having to play it off the wall is Pearson. Now the throw coming into second. Thompson gets it, applies the tag, he's gone. Wagner got a little greedy. Great play by Pearson, Buzzy. He knew it was over his head. He didn't try to keep running. He stopped, said, I'll take it off the bounce of the wall, does so, and fires a strike to Thompson, and Wagner sent back to the dugout.
Well, that's exactly why Pearson was able to throw Wagner out. I mean, he played it perfectly, and not only did he catch it off the carom off the wall, it was a catch, one hop, or one crow hop, and make a strong throw right on the money to second base. Can't do it any better.
Second out of the inning, bases empty. Now we'll see Slavin's at the plate, a left-handed hitter. Yes, certainly can't blame Wagner for trying to get to, but just better play by Pearson in right field. There's a strike on the inside corner, make it 1-1 to Slavins, who is 1 for 2 so far here in game 3. Herring looking for that third out. Get the Tigers back in the dugout. Breaking ball, Tapper, but foul down the first base line. And Herring gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, on that last play from Wagner, when you hit a ball that hard, that far, it's hard to just. Well, it's hard to say, it was just a single. But the truth of the matter is, it's more impressive that's why you would have been able to only hit a single, is because you hit it that hard and it caromed right to the right fielder. So you just got to have a little discipline and putting on the brakes. But I get it; it's hard to do.
The 1-2 gets loose from Herring down in the dirt in front of the plate. That'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit atrentals.com today. 2-2 pitch in the air to center field. Dylan Cruz moves a couple of steps, and he will have it for out number 3. Great defense behind Griffin Herring on the mound, and Arkansas, after a loud crack of the bat from Wagner, still comes up empty. No runs, no hits, nobody touches base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tied 4-4. Tiger fans getting loud. LSU will have to the plate Thompson, Joe Bear, and Brady Neal, 7, 8, and 9, when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil.
Gonna get you an ID when we come back.
Okay. Let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tie game 4-4. Bottom of the 4th inning, Jordan Thompson leading it off for LSU. Thompson, Joe Bear, and Neal due up. Morris, relief pitcher for the Razorbacks, delivers the first pitch at the ankles inside, and it's 1-0 to Jordan Thompson. .0 delivery from the left-hander. Misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Thompson 0 for 1 today. He's been seeing the baseball very well this weekend. Morris kicks and fires the 2-0. Sent back, just missed it. Foul into the screen. 2-1. fans here at the box, they're ready to get roaring again, just waiting for something to happen here. 2-1. Sales upstairs, 3-1.
Yeah, they gave you a little bit in that last half inning when Pearson made the incredible play from right field to throw out Wagner at second base.
Three and one the count to Thompson. Morris fires. Hit in the air, foul right side. Giving a look at Slavens, but it will get out of play. That'll fill the count 3-2. You know, we talked about the way Pearson played that perfectly off the wall in right. But your point, probably the more important part, the fact that he was able to throw a strike to Thompson to get the tag on Wagner. Both pieces of that play very impressive. Here's the 3-2 to Thompson. Launched in the air to center field. Josenberger going back. He's at the track. It hits off the top of the wall. Thompson around second as the ball got away from Josenberger. He's coming into third. And Jordan Thompson with the triple to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning will create the roar here at the box. Wow, that one, much like Morgan's on Friday, just a couple of inches there, Buzzy, from getting out of here in straightaway center field as Thompson with his first triple of the season.
Yeah, kept carrying out to center field, and Thompson got on his horse as the ball. Center fielder was not able to play it as well as Pearson did in the inning before. That was Josenberger as the ball got away from him and allowed Thompson to really get into third base easily, even though he slid.
Braden Jobert fouls the first pitch off down the first base line. Yeah, Josenberger, again, thought he had a play. He kept going back, got to the track, got to the wall, kind of leapt in the air, and then it hit the top just around the yellow line out there, and then caromed way out into center field. And Thompson, again, with his head up, able to see that he could get around second, get into third. Jobert, little half swing, the line drive, missed by Bolton, the shortstop. Tried to basket catch it, couldn't hold on. That will bring in the run. And the Tigers now have their first lead of the night. It's 5-4. A little soft liner with about a three-quarter swing from Jobert. Again, it was dropping quickly. Bolton didn't move up. He just tried to go down with the glove and just didn't get the glove on it. Maybe took his eye off of it.
I think it was going to be a short hop. I'm not sure that he was going to catch it in the air, but it was diving quick. And it was textbook base running by Jordan Thompson with nobody out. I mean, you've got to just plant your feet in the ground at third base and make sure it hits the ground. And once it got away from the shortstop for just a second, he was able to get on his horse and get all the way into home plate.
If he was going to play the short hop, the question I would have, how come you didn't come up? Because he didn't move. You probably could have caught the line drive if you step up a couple of steps.
Well, you know, I think a lot of times they'll tell you, infielders will tell you, I know for me, sometimes the hardest play to make on a line drive or a ground ball is the one right at you. You know, you don't really have good depth perception. You're not around, you don't get around the baseball and see a different angle. And I think he kind of got hung up a little bit.
Brady Neal launches one to left field. Here goes Wagner. He's to the track. He's to the wall. He's got room and makes the play for the first out. As Brady Neal trying to go oppo. But a fly ball out. One away, and that will leave the runner at first base.
Thought we might have had a little bit of similar situation that we did Friday when he launched that ball out to left field to tie the game 1-1. But that one just started coming out of the air quickly, and Wagner able to squeeze it right on the warning track.
Dave Van Horn's got to be scratching his head down there. The 7, 8, and 9 in this lineup for LSU has been effective both of today's games. As we get back to the top of the order, Gavin Dugas, first pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. They set up the big inning earlier today in game 2. A leadoff triple for Thompson gets it started here, and the Tigers lead for the first time 5-4. Another strike on the inside corner. Dugas not happy with. It's 0-2. Jobert at first base. The 0-2 pitch down the line, left field. Wagner giving chase, and this ball is gone. Once again, Dugas sends it down the left field line. Two-run blast. The Tigers extend their lead. It's now 7-4. LSU. Dugas with his 7th home run of the season. Almost identical to the one earlier today.
Well, it was a double right off the bat. I mean, there was no question about it. It was a hit. It was probably going to score Jobert. And it just kept carrying. And you're right, Chris. I mean, that was almost a carbon copy of earlier today. But 0-2, he was in a little bit of kind of deep defensive mode as a hitter, but got a pitch across the plate, and he's just so strong. Hit it right on the screws.
Pulled it down the left field line, and again now a meeting on the mound as Roland goes out to talk with Morris. Tigers now 7 runs on 6 hits. There's just 1 out in the inning. That brings Trey Morgan to the plate as again arms start to toss down in the bullpen for Arkansas.
That right-hander Dylan Carter is the Razorback pitcher getting loose.
Trey Morgan stands in. First pitch outside from Morris, 1-0. Morgan followed Dugas in game 2 with a solo shot, as Buzzy described, just about over the diamond deck in right earlier this afternoon. Got 2 homers on the year. Nobody on, 1 out. A 1-0. Missing off the outside corner. Now 2 balls, no strikes.
Morgan really been seeing the baseball well. He's had such good approaches. You said it, he had the 3 hits in the first game and walked here in his first at bat, hit a missile right at the shortstop in his second at bat.
The 2-0, a strike at the knees to make it 2-1. Morgan awaits. Morris, the 2-1 pitch. Short of the plate, now 3-1.
This is where Trey is usually so good. When he gets himself in a good hitter's count, he's already a very patient hitter. And so when he gets himself 3-1, he's only looking one spot and trying to get that pitch where he can drive it like he did in that first game when he hit it out of the ballpark.
Hitters count 3-1. Morris, the left-hander, to the left-handed hitting Morgan. High and inside, ball 4. So a 1-out walk put Morgan aboard. And oh boy, if you're Morris, you don't even want to look to home plate, because here comes Dylan Cruz, and he won't have to. Dave Van Horn's on his way out, going to make a change. So that'll be all for the reliever Morris here as LSU leads 7-4. Make another call to the bullpen. Powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tigers leading 7-4. Tell you about the new Razorback pitcher when we come back. Tigers have a runner on at first base, 1 out, and Mr. Dylan Cruz awaits on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Arkansas led 2-0 after a half inning. LSU would answer with 2 runs in the bottom of the first. We were tied 2-2. Arkansas takes a 4-2 lead after 2.5. LSU answers in the bottom of the third. We're tied 4-4. Now the Tigers have plated 3 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning, highlighted by Gavin Dugas' 2-run blast down the line. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by the Razorbacks. Dylan Cruz at the plate. New pitcher takes over Dylan Carter. Morgan at first. And the first pitch misses short of the plate, 1-0.
Dylan Carter, right-handed sophomore, 6'2", 210 pounds, making his 9th appearance. He's 3-0. Got a 2.5 ERA. He does have 2 saves on the year.
Cruz, ground ball to third. Gets up on Cali, eats him alive. No play. He'll pocket the baseball. And Cruz smokes one to the third baseman. That may be ruled an error. It was hit right at him. He got it in the glove, and then it just came out, and he had no play. Buzzy, what say you on this one?
I think they'll give it an error, but I mean, it's a tough error. I mean, it's probably the right call, but that's the thing. Even when you got Dylan Cruz out, you don't have him out because he just makes it so. That ball was probably hit as hard as any ball he's hit tonight. It was just on the ground and right at the third baseman, and he just didn't get good leather on it.
Tommy White stands in. First pitch, here's a swing, here's a drive. This one is into the night sky. 3-run bomb. Tommy White. Tigers extend the lead. It is now 10-4 LSU. Hey now.
Hello. You don't want to pitch to Cruz? I'll show you, is what Mr. Tommy White says.
What do we know?
Well,
438 feet.
Look, I'd said it before, you don't hit 27 homers as a freshman by accident, and that ball caught a lot of the plate from Dylan Carter and just hung up in the zone. And that's not what you want to do to a guy that has the power that Tommy White has.
7th home run of the year for Tommy Takes. Cade Beloso stands in, bases empty, 1 out. Cade, 2 for 2 on the day, and this pitch again hits the top of the dish, gets away from Roland, rolls to the backstop. It is 1-0. I want to go back to that defensive play by Josh Pearson. That's his outfield assist, is his 2nd in his career. Also last year in right field against Texas A&M. And again, had a shot in the arm for Griffin Herring and this Tiger defense, and it carries over here to the bottom of the 4th inning.
The big momentum. It's who can get it and hold on to it.
Cade Beloso, how about another base hit? He's 3 for 3 on the night. Blast that ground ball into right field.
Well, everything's happening so quickly, Chris. I wasn't able to give you the rest of the numbers on Dylan Carter. Tell you about the 2 saves. He's got 17 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 14 hits. Only 5 runs, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts. So he's a strike thrower, but nothing's really overpowering. I mean, he's going to throw it 90 miles an hour. He'll tick up some 91s and 92s, but it's fastball, curveball, and that's pretty much it. And he's kind of come right at you, so nothing to beat you.
Breaking ball inside corner called strike to Josh Pearson. It's 0-1. Josh tonight. Here in game 3, 0 for 2. Pop up to the shortstop Bolton and ground it out to Stovall, the second baseman. Still just 1 out. Pitch to Pearson, outside and high. Evens a count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Tigers now 6 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors against the Razorbacks. Here in the bottom of the 4th, still a lot of baseball left to be played, but the Tigers, as Jay Johnson will say often, never enough runs. Looking for more here in the 4th. The 1-1 inside, blocks Pearson off the plate, and it's 2-1. Now the crowd really into it, trying to put the pressure on Dylan Carter. 3rd pitcher of the night for the Razorbacks. The 2-1 ground ball, just mistimed it, foul down the first base line.
Well, you're right, Chris. There's never enough runs in college baseball. You're talking about 18 to 22-year-old kids, and talking about an Arkansas team who's a top 5 team in the country. They're not here by accident, and you just never know. You know, you got a young freshman out there on the mound. You need him to keep competing. So yeah, never enough runs is an accurate statement.
Missing outside. Now Pearson with a chance here to get his first hit of the night to go with that great play in right field there in the top of the 4th. Full count now. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw down to second. Throw is there in time. The tag applied. And LSU swing and a miss at the plate. Veloso running on the 3-2 pitch, gunned down at second. That'll do it for LSU. But LSU played 6 runs on 4 hits. 2 errors committed by the Razorbacks. Nobody left on. We go to the top of the 5th. It's a 10-4 LSU lead. Razorbacks coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Borfin to lead it off here in the top half of the 5th inning. Fouls this one off 0-1. Tigers lead now 10-4. The 0-1 to Borfin. Breaking ball misses outside. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 slap towards the gap. Right field, but trying to come up with it is Pearson. He was sliding, knocked the ball down. The throw to second is not in time. In safely this time is Borfin. Again, Pearson on his run, on the run to the right. Is that one a line drive coming down quickly? Tried to slide on a knee and glove it. He was able to knock it down and had a chance possibly to make the play at second, but Borfin gets in with a double. And now Jay Johnson calling for time, coming out talking with the first base umpire, and he wants a review. And I think he wants, maybe, Buzzy, a review of the play at second, or maybe did he not? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But he came out slowly and wanted the umpires to take a look at it. So it looks like we're going to go under review for the second time tonight.
Possibly when
I'm not sure what that was. Sounded like.
Well, when Borfin slid into second, I mean, the foot came off the bag as he was popping up out of his slide. I mean, for a, 1/10 of a second, but the glove of Thompson was on the leg, so I'm thinking that's what they're trying to see. It was such a close play, and as we're getting a replay here, and tell you what, it got a little bit of an argument. I mean, if you're going by the letter of the law, he's out.
Yep. Again, watching that again as Thompson just kept holding the tag on, and he made the argument to the second base umpire, Brandon Cooper, who, again, ruled him safe. But this one may be a little closer. Again, in real time, I thought he was in.
Well, there's no way the naked eye could see that close of a play because, like I said, it was only off the bag for a little bit of, half a second, probably even less than that. But the glove was on him the whole time.
Got it. All right, we should be getting a decision here as we're under review. Brought to you by Acme Oyster House.
After video review, the call on the field is safe, stands.
Wow.
All right.
So I guess they're going to go with there wasn't enough evidence, Chris, but if you could make a real hard argument, at least from the replays we saw, I don't know if they get a different look on their end, but you can make a real argument that he could have been out.
So the ruling on the field will stand. Borfin will stay at second base with a leadoff double. First pitch into Diggs, misses low.
Chris, you got to forgive me. I left my the good binoculars. I left them in my hunting bag over this season. Still at the deer camp. If there is somebody warming in the LSU bullpen, and I can't tell who it is,
I'll pick you up, teammate.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Just a moment. The 1-0 inside misses to Diggs. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. It is Garrett Edwards.
Wow.
The right-hander warming, and we saw him go.
Well, they only threw 10 pitches. So.
Yep. Now we got Wes Johnson, pitching coach, calling for time. He'll go out there now with a 2-0 count to Diggs.
Yeah, Garrett Edwards earlier today, didn't mean to cut you off there, Chris. He did go 2 1/3 inning. Had the 2 strikeouts, only 10 pitches in this afternoon's game, so that's just a little. That wasn't even enough to get warm. Well, he can definitely give you some innings this evening.
So a quick meeting. Coach Johnson, the pitching coach, back inside the dugout. 2-0 the count. Leadoff double by Borfin for Arkansas. They trail 10-4 here in deciding game 3. Diggs, though, a dangerous hitter. Reached base twice so far today on walk and hit by pitch. But Herring listened closely to Coach Wes Johnson and delivers a strike. It's 2-1.
Well, look, if I'm Wes Johnson, I'm saying, look, Griffith, you're doing everything you need to do. We've got a 6-run lead. You're throwing strikes. Make them earn it right here as that pitch misses outside for a 3-1 count. But I'm okay. We put a 6 spot up in the bottom of the 4th. You go out there and make them earn it. And I want to give them free passes.
3-1 the count. Runner at second. Herring looks back to second. Borfin dancing. Now the pitch. Diggs fouls it off. That'll fill the count, 3-2. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue fans, home of the Jay Johnson Show, which will premiere this coming Monday at 7 o'clock. TJ Ribs, the official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics. Acadian Thruway, Segan Lane, and online at tjribs.com. Herring again checks the runner. Payoff delivery, high and inside, ball 4. Diggs going to earn a walk. He'll reach base for the 3rd time tonight. 2nd walk he's earned. Runners first and second, and that's what you're concerned about. And to your point, Buzzy, Wes Johnson out there saying, hey, look, we don't need to give free passes. We don't need to put runners aboard. If they're able to put the bat on the ball, that's one thing we can live with. But now Jay Johnson, he's going to sprint out to the mound, so hold the phone. Normally when he makes a change, he walks, but he is going to point down to the bullpen and make a change. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. He'll call upon Garrett Edwards for the 2nd time today as LSU leads 10-4. Griffin Herring, his relief effort is done. He'll get a hand from the crowd. We'll get back to action, give you Garrett's numbers. Arkansas runners first and second, nobody out. Top of the 5th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Our
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Garrett Edwards going to take over on the mound for LSU. He'll inherit runners first and second, nobody out. Arkansas trailing 10-4. LSU with 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to get the biggest separation by either team so far tonight. And the first pitch from Edwards, a called strike to Caleb Cali, who had the double with 2 RBIs in the 3rd and was walked with the bases loaded to bring in a run back in the 1st. 0-1 the count. Borfin and Diggs aboard. Borfin at second, Diggs at first. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the breaking ball. And it's 0-2.
Edwards, as we told you, threw 2/3 of an inning earlier today, had 2 strikeouts, only threw 10 pitches, making his 8th appearance tonight. Is 3-0 with a 1.08 ERA. Does have a save. 16 2/3 innings, got 3 walks, 18 strikeouts, only giving up 2 runs.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Great job by Edwards. Records his first Super One Foods strikeout, 1 away here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, that was impressive there, Chris. I mean, you talk about get in, get ahead with runners in scoring position and make a great 0-2 pitch. Can't do it much better than that.
Parker Rowland, the catcher, stands in, batting 8th in the lineup. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Pitch to the left-hander is low, ball 1. Edwards, the big right-hander, imposing figure on the mound. Here's the 1-0. As Neal will throw down to second after that pitch misses for ball 2, just to get Borfin back to the bag.
I like a catcher who's not afraid to throw. Milazzo's a lot like that as well. I mean, they got the arm, they want to show it off, and I say this a bunch, even little leaguers, you get that baseball, don't be afraid to throw behind runners, arm fake, try to get guys out.
The 1-1. Base hit into left field. Coming up throwing is Joe Bear. That'll keep the runner in Borfin at third. As again, they had Thompson shaded towards second base, and that one hit right through the 6-hole. Just a good piece of hitting opposite field that time.
Yeah, you tip your hat, nothing wrong there, and that's just a clean single. Still doesn't hurt you. Arkansas still has to get a big base hit to cut into the lead.
Bases now loaded with 1 out. And time called here. Looks like
a little pinch hitter.
Yeah, looks like Dave Van Horn calling for time to get a pinch hitter in there for Bolton in the 9 spot, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, he is their shortstop. That's a.
Oh, you're going with Robinette. Robinette had the pinch hitting home run Friday night in the 10th inning. So Robinette will come in to bat in the 9 spot.
Well, it's the smart move. I mean, you got the bases loaded, you got 1 out, you're down 6. You know, playing at the home ballpark, you know, he knows like this is probably a spot where you got to get a few. You can't just scratch across 1, but you probably got to get a few because it doesn't look like, you know, they're slowing LSU down any.
Robinette batting .385. This will be his 14th plate appearance. Again, he had the big home run, 3-run bomb to open it up in the top of the 10th on Friday. First pitch from Edwards on the inside corner to make it 0-1. Borfin at third, Diggs at second, rolling with the base hit Little slapper to left. He's at first. Edwards 0-1 pitch. A little low this time inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. In LSU. 2 big home series here. Arkansas this weekend, Tennessee starting on Thursday this coming week. 1-1 ground ball. Morgan waits back on it and will get it, flip it to Edwards covering it first. They'll get the second out of the inning, although a score will come in, and Borfin, that'll make it 10-5. And Buzzy, that's exactly what you're looking for. And again, if you're Dave Van Horn, you're trying to scratch runs across, but LSU, I think, happy to get rather the first out of the inning or second out of the inning to exchange for a run.
Yeah, you trade a run for an out there. If you know, if you're Arkansas, you still like to get 1 or 2 more here, but LSU will give up that run.
Runners second and third as Josenberger top the order. He's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch a strike from Edwards.
In a perfect world, if you're LSU, after you hang a 6 spot in the bottom of the 4th, you'd like to go hang a 0 in the top of the 5th. But if you just don't want to give up the 3, 4, 5 runs back to it to get it back into a ballgame. You want to keep it where it is for the most part.
Edwards gets Josenberger chasing there, and it's 0-2. Scoreboard says 1 out. There's 2. And it's an 0-2 count with runners second and third. Edwards fires, and it's a little low. Nice job by Neal to plate that one, keep it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, you got to have confidence in that guy behind the dish. With guys in scoring position, you got to be able to trust that you can throw a pitch in the dirt, an all-speed pitch in the dirt, and know that he's going to block it. Neal did that perfectly.
The 1-2, bouncer foul to the first base dugout. Still remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grambling will come in on Tuesday, take on the Tigers, 6:30 first pitch, and then as we mentioned, Thursday night, Tennessee and LSU meeting for the first time since the 2021 postseason. 1-2, swing and a miss. Great job by Garrett Edwards. Comes in, puts out the fire. Arkansas has to settle for just 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on. Still a 5-run lead for the Tigers. 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. LSU will have Thompson, Joubert, and Neal when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024. Or 1 lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
10-5 LSU leads. Game 3 of this series. Arkansas, if you're just tuning in, maybe just arrived from out of the country. It won yesterday 9-3 in Game 1. LSU earlier today run rules the Hogs 12-2 after 7. This one, again, far from over. And a good game so far. LSU, again, with the 5-run lead. They had 6 runs scored in the bottom of the 4th. As Jordan Thompson leads it off for LSU. First pitch he'll jump on, but foul it down the third base line. Buzzy and I discussing during the break that really the key to a successful song these days starts with the beat. You know, a lot of times songwriters will tell you, hey, you need a good lyric, you need a good hook, maybe a melody. I think you just need the beat. The 0-1 misses outside. I mean, I don't know what they played there between the top and bottom of the fifth, but it gets everybody going.
I was going to say, you know what your eyes saw, and you saw people all across the stands just moving their head, moving their bodies
Even
a little bit.
we were doing it.
Yeah, we were kind of jamming up here.
We got caught up in it. The 1-1. Off speed, swing and a miss by Thompson. It's 1-2.
Yeah, look, this game far from over, Chris, but, you know, they lose the first game Friday. I've always said this, and I believe this wholeheartedly. All games are important, but in a weekend series, I really do think that second game is so pivotal.
The 1-2 chased again. Swing and a miss. Thompson looking to see if maybe he fouled it, but don't think he did. He's down on strikes, 1 away.
And it's even more pivotal when you're playing the second and third game in the same day. And because you get that momentum, right? You lose that first game, you're kind of down in the dumps. You come back, you win the second game, you tie the series up. And, oh, by the way, now we got to play again in a couple more hours, and the momentum's all back in LSU's dugout. Again, a long way from over. Don't want to act like this game's over, but, you know, LSU's playing well right now, and it's kind of gone their way up to this point.
Joe Bear swings and misses. Well, I think about when coaches talk, they go on the road or even at home. You have the first two games not go your way. They always talk about how, you know, win on Sunday or win in that game 3. But again, it's usually predicated on what happens in that game 2. The 0-1 to Joe Bear. There's a strike nicely delivered by Carter on the inside corner. It's 0-2. They've got second baseman Stovall playing in shallow right center for Joe Bear as he fouls this one off. Obviously with a left-hander in there. Slavin's the first baseman playing behind the bag but near the line.
Yeah, that's not a position in baseball where Stovall's playing right now. You said it best. It's shallow right field. It's not second base, I can tell you, but
it's the rover.
Yeah, he knows Joe Bear's not going to pull a bunt off on him, so he's going to try to cover as much ground.
Missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Joe Bear. Board on an error on a little soft liner to short last time up. This one inside and low. 2-2 now.
Chris, while we got a second, I do want to give a shout out to my 9-year-old. We had her ninth birthday party today, so I was playing referee. We had a water slide. I had my old man cook us a good jambalaya from the jambalaya capital of the world over there in Gonzales now, so he did a great job. I want to thank him, Marty Heidel. I appreciate you, Big Buzz.
2-2, swing and a miss. Joe Bear down on strikes. So Carter, after a little shaky there after entering the game in the bottom of the 4th, able to get a couple of strikeouts here in the bottom of the 5th, 2 away. Well, certainly happy birthday wishes.
Yeah, Mary Ellis Heidel, 9 years old. Chris, I know you remember those days, not that long ago. Your youngest one is getting up there, though. I know that.
She was 9 not too long ago.
Yeah, they go quick, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a strike offered up to Brady Neal, and it's 0-1. Neal popped out foul territory to Wagner in left, and then a fly ball out to left field. 0-1 misses the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, you must have done a great job refereeing this. There were no injuries on the day. That's always good.
That I know of, you know.
1-2, that one catching the inside corner, so Neal behind in the count.
When I left, there were still multiple girls going down the water slide, Chris. So
not on your watch. This one misses outside, 2-2. Got to remember that. Two outs, a 2-2 count. The pitch to Neal, slapped hard, but right at the second baseman Stovall, who has to collect himself after gloving that one, but makes the play to first for out number 3. So the Tigers go quietly here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We go to the top of the 6th. It's 10-5 LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Tiger fans, your new favorite local delivery app is here. Download the ASAP app to get all of your game day needs delivered right to your door. All season long, make sure to use promo code TIGERS22. You'll score $5 off your order and automatically be entered in the Winner ASAP Dinner Sweepstakes for a chance to win tickets to see the Tigers in action. That's promo code TIGERS22. ASAP.com is the official mobile ordering partner of LSU Athletics.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown! You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you one of many homeowners who just dreads the winter due to inconsistent home heating? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who just wants to offer more reliable, higher efficiency home heating. LuxAir helps keep homes warm while saving money and offers great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your LuxAir dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxAir.com to learn about working with LuxAir.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
10-5, LSU leading game 3. Top of the 6th inning coming your way from Alex Box Stadium. Arkansas will have Stovall lead it off, 0 for 2. Reach base in the second by way of walk. Garrett Edwards continues in relief. First pitch, Stovall sends this one high in the air to left field. Coming over near the line in fair territory. Joe Bear makes the play. So very quick first out of the inning. And Garrett Edwards, again, Jay Johnson high on him as he is a number of guys out of the bullpen, Buzzy, and only threw a handful of pitches earlier today. And you can keep this efficiency going. Your team with a 10-run lead, you got a chance maybe to go the distance here.
Well, big inning right here as he's working through the heart of the order for Arkansas.
Wagner, first pitch called strike, and it's 0-1. Wagner, by the way, had the solo home run in the first to give Arkansas a 1-0 lead. Aboard on a walk in the second. Had a single off the wall, thrown out at second, trying to make it a double. Jams him. Little pop fly to second base. Little soft liner this time that Dugas handles. And there's 2 outs. So Edwards working efficiently and looking for out number 3 as Slavens comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3, had a double back in the first.
Yeah, a couple quick outs. I mean, that's, again, this is right in the middle of this lineup for Arkansas, and this is where you'd like to get a quick inning. Very important that he's throwing strikes.
First pitch called strike to Slavens, 0-1. This is the part of the order that Jay Johnson would refer to. That's where the dudes are.
That's a good way to put it.
The 0-1 slap, line drive. Morgan lifts the glove at first. He has it for out number 3. Good job by Garrett Edwards and this Tiger defense. 3 up, 3 down go the Hogs in the top of the 6th inning. Tigers still lead 10-5. They'll have the top of the order. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz due up when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 a.m. Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too. Love has no labels, and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/one small step. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Great top of the fifth defensively for LSU. Blink of an eye, Arkansas 3 up, 3 down. We move now to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Tigers leading 10-5. Top of the order will start things off. Gavin Dugas, who's 1 for 2. Strikeout victim in the first, then got aboard, hit by pitch in the third, and then a 2-run bomb, his 7th of the year. Dugas, just a great story in the offseason, coming into this season. And another one, a lot like Josh Pearson, that early part of the year you wondered how much you'd see Gavin Dugas. Well, he made sure we've seen a lot of him. Tip of the cap to him. First delivery, a called strike from Carter, and it's 0-1. Driven in 21 runs on the year. 3 doubles, and as I mentioned, up there near the top with 7 home runs. The 0-1. Strike on the inside corner that Gavin certainly didn't agree with. Falls behind 0-2. He's had 2 home runs today. 1 in game 2 earlier, and 1 back in the 4th inning tonight. 0-2 pitch short of the plate, 1-2. A reminder, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50. Day after an LSU baseball victory, and you'll receive 50% off your online order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Carter looks in, the right-hander fires, and the 1-2 way upstairs. It's now 2-2. Go back a couple of weeks, Buzzy. You and I worked a game here on the weekend. I believe Sanford weekend. You mentioned the fact that when Tommy White gets back to third, things really open up for Jay Johnson in this lineup.
Yeah, you just got a lot of options, man. I mean, we've seen it. You know, you can go Joe Barry, you can go Beloso. Jared Jones might be struggling a little bit. You give him an opportunity to sit on the bench and just watch it a little bit, slow it down. That's what he's doing.
Missing high for ball 3. After falling behind 0-2, Dugas works it full. Carter with the payoff delivery and a ground ball just above the heads of the Razorbacks in the third base dugout. Still keeps it 3-2.
Oh, by the way, how about a guy like Paxton Kling, who was the Pennsylvania high school, best player coming out of Pennsylvania, and had a little bit of a tough weekend over in College Station. But so you sit him. You say, hey, look, just come stand by me and let's talk the game. That's how you teach as well, for them young guys to sit and watch and slow the game down just a little bit.
3-2, and Gavin Dugas, great at bat. He earns a walk. Down 0-2, worked it full, and now he'll go to first base, leadoff man aboard for the Tigers. Here comes Trey Morgan. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, you got a guy like Paxton Kling where the ceiling is still way above, and he's a super talented kid. Get a chance to talk with him as the game goes on, learn from some of the veteran players. And again, expect to see him back. He was inserted late in the game in right field in game 2 earlier today, but we'll see him back. There's no question. Too talented not to. First pitch to Morgan. Missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Trey tonight aboard on a walk in the first. Lined out. On a smoke ball to John Bolton at shortstop. And then earned a walk. Got aboard, came around to score in the 4th. 1-0 to Morgan. Launches one foul down the line and left. Couple of changes, by the way, for Arkansas. Cole comes in to replace Bolton after Robinette came in to pinch hit for the shortstop. So Cole, we've seen at third and at short in both previous games. In there at shortstop. Here's a throw over by Carter. Back safely is Dugas.
Well, it tells you everything you need to know about the previous inning when Dave Van Horn pinch hit for Bolton, who's the shortstop. Shortstop's a pretty important position defensively, but he thought with a lot of game left, that was an important part.
Here's one smack to left field off the bat of Morgan. It's his first base hit of the night. And with nobody out, there's runners first and second for LSU, getting right back to work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I call Trey Morgan his entire career a Jedi Knight, the way he wields the bat. Just went where the pitch was and swatted it to left field.
Well, he's another guy that, I talk about letting the ball travel. He gets the foot down, lets the ball get deep, and we've seen him put, again, first game of today, he pulls the ball in the seats, but then he can also do what you just saw there, is puts a ball into the left field on a line, hits it the other way. I mean, that's good hitting, and not afraid to hit with a couple strikes on him either. That's the sign of a good hitter too.
Dylan Cruz to the plate. First pitch, slider misses outside. It's 1-0. Dylan with a 2-run homer in the first to tie the game at 2-2. Had an RBI single in the third, came around to score. And then smoked a ground ball that was ruled an error. Got him to first. He came around to score in the fourth. And as Buzzy put it best, even when you have a chance to get him out, you can't do it. He's reached base all 3 times, officially 2 for 3 tonight. That one is strike, evens it up 1-1. Runners first and second, nobody out. Carter fires in the dirt, blocked up. Rowland able to get it up the third base line, keep everybody at first and second. You know, one of the things we talk about Gavin Dugas, tough as nails, heady player, really good base runner, and also knows how to read pitches. I mean, he was darting off second base there and just watched the trajectory of the pitch, saw where Rowland blocked it up and decided, I'll stay at second. Well, he's just a heads-up player.
Yeah, got good anticipation skills. He anticipates what's going to happen, but then he reacts to what really happens. And once it happens, he stays put.
Strike on the inside corner to Cruz.
So that was a big thing. You know, Coach Maneri, when I played for Coach, he'd always say, you got to anticipate a ball in the dirt. But when the ball isn't in the dirt, you can't. You got to react to that pitch being a good pitch, and you got to get back to the bag. But if you're not anticipating it, you're not going to get the good jump, and you're not going to get the bag.
2-2, misses low. Good eye and good take by Cruz. That'll fill the count now, 3-2. As again, Carter has come inside. He's kept it low, trying to stay away from Dylan Cruz's bat, which is highly advised.
Yeah, I might just roll this one up to the plate, give him first base, take my chances. The guy on deck. Although no easy feat there.
The 3-2 fouled off as Cruz fights it off. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is big. Blast your way to winnings and play Cherry Blast Lingo from the lottery. Loaded with $30 prizes, you can win up to $30,000. Stop in at your favorite lottery retailer. Pick up Cherry Blast Lingo today for your chance to win up to 30 grand. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Runners first and second, nobody out. Now time called. Cruz steps out as Dylan Carter steps off the rubber.
You got to believe they go off speed pitch here. I mean, you got to try to get them to chase something.
Right-hander checks the runner. Now the payoff delivery, and Cruz fights off. Another foul ball into the screen. Still 3-2.
Yeah, went slider, 84 miles an hour, and kind of had that horizontal action. You know, the slider works more right to left. The curveball works more up to down.
Dugas at second. Morgan at first base. Another payoff pitch from Carter. Inside, missed ball 4. Came at him with a fastball, but way in. And that'll load the bases with nobody out for LSU, who leads 10-5. And here comes Tommy White, and also jogging out comes Matt Hobbs, the pitching coach. It's White, 1 for 3, and as we love to say, it was a big one. 3-run blast in the 4th inning. His 7th home run of the year. They'll bring the infield in, talk with Coach Hobbs here. Talk a little strategy with the bases loaded.
Yeah, look, no shock. I didn't watch a lot of Tommy White at North Carolina State last year. He hit the 27 homers. I'd love to know where of the 27 homers, how many were hit to different parts of the field, because at LSU, I mean, of the 7, I would say maybe 2 is to the pull side. You know, he works a lot towards the center and to the opposite field. He's got a lot of power that way, and goes back to kind of the point I've made all night is the good hitters wait back as long as possible and just use those quick hands. And Tommy White's got quick hands, but it's strong hands. I mean, it's not just quick, Punch and Judy type of hitter. It's a guy that can hit the ball 10, 12 rows in the seats.
Yeah, that's one of the things that impresses me about White is his quick hands, quick swing. Now with the bases loaded, back to action. Carter delivers. There's a strike on the inside corner. Sets up Tommy White, 0-1. Again, action continues down in the Arkansas bullpen. Appears another right-hander working slowly, but he's on the bump. Catcher is down. The 0-1, big swing, but ball down low in the zone, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
And what Tommy White's not afraid to do, and I like, he's not a big strikeout guy. He's going to spread out, get a real wide stance, almost Jeff Bagwell-like, and not necessarily choke up a lot, but he spreads those feet out and really gets wide and just trying to make contact with the baseball.
0-2, nobody out, bases loaded. The pitch in the air to right field, towering shot going back to the wall. Borfman can't get it. Grand slam, second of the year for Tommy White. And the Tigers now lead 14-5. Hey now. What'd you say about opposite field power?
Well, it's, he's strong enough. When he spreads out like that, most people would say, okay, when you spread out with 2 strikes, you're just trying to punch the ball. You're trying to put the ball in play. But he's so strong, when he spreads out, he doesn't lose a whole lot of power because the hands and wrists are so good. And he stays on a pitch. And I'm going to tell you, Chris, I don't know that he hit that ball all that well. And that's a compliment to him because that's how strong he is. He almost seems like he may have missed it, if you will, and ball gets right over the right field bleachers, and we got us a 14-5 ball game.
Still nobody out. Base clearing grand slam. Here comes Cade Beloso. Beloso 3 for 3 tonight.
I don't even need Bill Franquez for this, Chris. That grand slam was the last grand slam since him.
Yes.
Since he hit it.
And that one was just right at the batter's eye in center field last time Tommy White had the grand salami. 2-0 now, the count to Beloso. The pitch. Missing high and outside. Move the count 3-0. Cade Beloso. 1 for 3 earlier today with a run scored, drew a run, brought in a run. There's a strike on the inside corner. The take is on. It's 3-1. 3 base hits tonight with a ribby. Three-1 count. Pitch low. He earns a walk. He has reached base 4 times tonight. Fastball from Carter missed low and inside, and that's going to bring Dave Van Horn out, and that will probably do it for Dylan Carter, as it appears that Ben Bybee, freshman right-hander out of Overland Park, Kansas, will get the call. He's the one warming. Dave Van Horn now looks and makes the call. Pitching change made by the Razorbacks. They're down 9 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tell you about the new Razorback pitcher and get back to action. Nobody out, runner on for the Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ben Bybee takes over for Arkansas. New pitcher here in the bottom of the 6th inning. LSU extending their lead 14-5. Nobody out. We've already seen a grand slam from Tommy White. Beloso earned the walk. He's at first. And the first pitch to Josh Pearson, a called strike with a breaking ball from Bybee. And it's 0-1. LSU, by the way, so far today on Saturday, outscoring Arkansas 26-7 to this point. Strike on the inside corner, nicely delivered by Bybee, and it's 0-2 to Pearson. Here tonight, 0 for 3. Beloso, short lead off of first. Pitch to Pearson. He launches to center field. Josenberger coming over as the wind carries it to left center. And he'll have it for the first out of the inning.
Bybee, a freshman, 6'6", 235 pounds, making his 6th appearance of the year. He's 2-0 with a 2.31 ERA. 11 2/3 innings, giving up 10 hits, 3 runs, 6 walks, and 12 strikeouts. He's 91 to 95 miles an hour. It's fastball, curveball. The curveball's the kind of the true curveball, the 12-6 over the top.
First pitch, fastball to Thompson. Swings and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Jordan tonight had the triple in the 4th inning, his first of the year. Came around to score. Bookended by strikeouts, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th. Bybee, the right-hander, delivers, and again fouled back into the screen. 0-2. 9-run lead for LSU, 14-5, 14 runs on 10 hits. Arkansas 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. They've also left 8 men on base. The 0-2 thrown behind Thompson, who ducks down out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I have seen Jordan Thompson had more pitches this year behind him or over the top of his head.
Well, the other day, I think, wasn't the bat up? Didn't he keep the bat over his head and it actually hit the bat?
Yes. 1-2, went around, couldn't hold back on a pitch inside, off speed. Thompson down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 2 gone. And we'll see Braden Jobert. Jobert 0 for 3, got aboard on an error on a soft liner to the shortstop Bolton back in the 4th inning. Tigers, of course, plating 6 runs there in the 4th. Jobert eventually coming around to score as well. 2 outs, runner at first. This pitch got loose upstairs for ball 1.
Well, that's what's scary about this offense is it's just at any second, minute, and just the, it can be just broke open, which it's kind of been tonight.
1-0 to Jobert, loaded the bat but held back and it missed high. 2-0 the count.
I mean, I think, look, Jay Johnson, you're happy just winning the game. It doesn't matter how you win it, but you certainly want to learn how to win the close ones, and you want to be in the game all 9 innings and have guys that know how to compete at the end out of the bullpen. So that's going to be something that you want to see him do as well. I mean, the blowout wins are nice, but you're going to have to win close games and figure out how to win those close ones late in games.
Pitch misses inside to Jobert. Now 3-0 the count. 2 down, runner at first. There's a take and a strike, a little high, but they'll say caught the letters. Okay, 3-1. So now a hitter's count for Jobert, who can step back in, get ready here. Trying to pick up his first hit of the night.
Let's go homer.
3-1, smack, center field, coming down quickly. Josenberger will field it on a hop around second. It's going to be Beloso. He'll make his way into third without a throw, and Jobert gets his first hit. The single puts runners first and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And you mentioned it. Not only at any given second, any given minute, LSU can strike. They strike so efficiently this season with 2 outs in the inning. You're never done. Just very hard to find the 3rd out against this Tiger ball club.
Well, with the home run potential or power, not potential, I mean, it's a real thing. So, I mean, with the home run power that this team has, I mean, you walk a guy, you know, hit a guy, next guy bloops a single, and then the following guy hits one out of the ballpark. It's 3 runs before you can even, you know, put your sunflower seeds in your mouth.
So with 2 outs, runners on the corners, we'll see Brady Neal. First pitch skied in the air, foul territory. Third base side going over. Cali, and in front of the bullpen, he'll make the grab for out number 3. 4 runs on 3 hits, though, for the Tigers. They now lead by 9, 14-5. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Arkansas to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch-Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Go to the top of the 7th inning. LSU leading in Game 3, 14-5 over Arkansas. A couple of changes to tell you about. In the field, Alex Milazzo takes over behind the plate catching for LSU. Paxton Kling, who we mentioned earlier, he will take over in right field. And that will move Josh Pearson to left field as Edwards delivers the first pitch to Borfin, missing for ball 1. Second delivery inside, make it 2-0. LSU leading by 9, 14-5 over Arkansas, deciding Game 3. Edwards, the 2-0 pitch, foul back into the screen. That'll make it 2-1. Buzzy, I mentioned we talked about Paxton Kling a few innings ago as the 2-1 pitch catches the outside corner to even the count 2-2. Get some action here as we saw earlier today. Checks in right field. Got a huge future. Going to be a great one here at LSU. It's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside. Did not go around. That'll fill the count after they appeal down to Christopher Griffith at third. Now 3-2.
Yeah, as I told you, sometimes it's just nice to take a step away, you know, sit next to coach on the bench and just kind of learn a little bit about how the game works.
Payoff delivery off the end of the bat. Foul into the screen.
Because I tell you, Chris, I'm big on, look, we saw Dylan Cruz do it. I mean, we can go through a long list of freshmen that have done it at LSU, but, you know, I really like Pearson in the lineup. I think he's got a professional approach. He's done it. I've seen him do it over last year.
3-2.
That's a good pitch.
Man, just missed inside, and good job by Borfin to stay away. He'll earn the walk. That's ball 4.
Not sure how he laid off of it. That was a better take than anything. But
You know, look, when I see guys do it over the course of a year and really the course of the SEC schedule like Pearson's done, that gives me confidence. And when he gets in the box, he's going to give you that great at bat pretty much every time. And so, not saying that Paxton Kling's he's going to be great at some point. Just I like Pearson right now in that right field position.
Well, he has all the raw tools. I mean, he is fast as a gazelle, plays great defense in the outfield, and at times we saw him really tear it up at the plate. So it's all there. Here's the 0-1 to Diggs, and it's a strike at the belt, make it 0-2. Diggs tonight, a walk hit by a pitch, and walked again in the 5th inning. Runner at first, nobody out. The 0-2 gets away from Milazzo. That one caromed off the top of the plate. Not much Alex could do with that one. That will advance the runner down to second. And Borfin. And a 1-2 count now to Kendall Diggs. Don't forget, Super One Foods has super low prices on all of your game day favorites. So up your grocery game. Score big with Super One Foods. Runner now in scoring position, nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and pitch inside fouled into the screen above the first base dugout. Still 1-2. Diggs, the designated hitter for the Razorbacks. Plenty of power, 7 doubles, 7 home runs, a dangerous hitter. Again, has worked his way on base all 3 times. Off the end of the bat, lifted in the air to left field. Pearson giving a look. Pearson runs out of room, hits the side walls. That one drops into the 3rd row. Another long foul ball, and it's 1-2.
Like what I'm seeing from Edwards over the course of this outing. We mentioned it earlier about if there's a question mark on this team, it could possibly be the bullpen. But seeing a guy like Edwards come out of there, pump a lot of strikes, that's got to be sweet music to Coach Wes Johnson's ears.
The 1-2 again gets by Milazzo, rolls to the backstop, and Borfin again. Fortuitous opportunity. He will head into 3rd. Still nobody out here, so you rarely see that. Although both of the pitches that got away from Alex kind of heard him tap off the top of the plate. Two count to Diggs. Off the end of the bat, he fouls it off into the screen. So a little battle here between Edwards and Diggs.
Gavin Dugas playing that short right field position, as you mentioned earlier.
2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 outside corner. Beautifully placed by Edwards. He'll record his 3rd Super One Foods strikeout, 1 down. Corner hasn't been open much tonight, but boy, he painted that like Michelangelo.
It was great location, outer half, at the knees, and at 92 miles an hour. That could have been at 78 miles an hour. That was going to be a tough one to hit.
Bring up Caleb Cali now. Cali, first pitch called strike. Got walked in the 1st inning with the bases loaded, brought in a run, then had a double, driving in 2 runs in the 3rd. Strikeout victim in the 5th inning. To Edwards. The 0-1 from the right-hander. Swing and a miss. Off speed, and it's 0-2. Borfin down at 3rd, 1 away. Top of the 7th. Tigers leading 14-5. The 0-2 pitch, way outside. Milazzo giving up the body, dives on the baseball to keep it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Runner at 3rd and Borfin. Here's the 1-2 pitch, way outside again, and Milazzo hasn't been in the game long. He's getting dirty, that pinstripe uniform. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Borfin, a leadoff walk. He's made his way to 3rd base. 2-2. Went around, swing and a miss. Edwards with another big punch out. His 4th strikeout in relief. Another Super One Foods strikeout. Now 2 down.
Yeah, the two pitches before that, he went soft away, and then he went fastball hard in and just buckled up Cali. Didn't know whether to swing
or get out of the way.
And he went with the check swing.
Parker Rowland, the catcher now, batting in the 8th spot, 1 for 3 tonight. Breaking pitch drops in low and inside, 1-0. Rowland caught looking in the first by Thatcher Hurd. Strikeout victim again in the 3rd inning. Had a base hit in the 5th. Runner at 3rd. The pitch, swing and a miss, way out in front, 1-1. Key here, 8th hitter in the lineup. He gave up the leadoff walk. He's standing at 3rd. You get out of this with no runs, no damage. Edwards, fine job by the right-hander. Here's the 1-hand, the 1-1, swing and a miss. Chase that breaking ball that dropped down low. 1-2.
Well, you see him, he's just not giving in. He goes 1-0 to start Rowland, and then he goes off-speed pitch to get it to 1-2. Guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Crowd on their feet. The 1-2 pitch. Same pitch, but this time not swinging. The left-hander stays away, and Milazzo blocks it up. It's 2-2.
I think they got the ice bags ready in the training room for Milazzo. He's been in there 2/3 of an inning, and he's getting roughed up back there, but doing a nice job keeping everything in front of him with a guy at 3rd base.
Swing and a miss. Milazzo will have to pick it up, throw to first. He does. And Edwards, after giving up the leadoff walk, comes back. A couple of Ks, and Arkansas done in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch it out here at the box. Your Fighting Tigers lead 10-5, rather 14-5 over Arkansas in Game 3. Bottom of the 7th coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
My husband had a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition, unfortunately, was not stored separately. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. With safe gun storage, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman to the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning, LSU leads 14-5, and what do you know, Gavin Dugas leads off the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch from Ben Bybee, a called strike. And it's 0-1. Dugas atop the order, 1 for 2 tonight, including a 2-run homer in the 4th. Check swing, and he sends this one foul to the first base dugout. Falls behind early, 0-2. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Board on a walk in the 6th inning. Reached base 3 times tonight and has scored all 3 of those opportunities. This one missing the breaking ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dugas. Again, the Tigers lead by 9. They run ruled the Hogs earlier today in Game 2. Just off the outside corner to the right-hander, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was a good heater from Bybee. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that just missed.
2-2. Swing and foul. That'll play right side. Keeps the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? Dugas, 7 home runs on the season. 2-2 pitch. Almost got him. Just missed at the hands. Moves the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trey Morgan on deck. Dylan Cruz waiting in the wings for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 7th. Bybee's 3-2 pitch. Missed outside. Ball 4. Now we'll put Dugas down at first base. Again, 4th time he's gotten there tonight. 2nd walk. And now we'll see Trey Morgan, who's 1 for 2. A walk in the first, came around to score. Lined out to the shortstop, Bolton, who started the game. Cole now playing short. Then walked and scored in the 4th. Base hit and scored in the 6th. Pitch to Morgan, missing outside. Tigers utilizing the long ball in game 2 and so far here in game 3. Morgan launches one to center field. Josenberger. The wind carries it a little bit. He'll move to his right, settle under it. And the first out of the bottom of the 7th. And now comes Dylan Cruz, who's 2 for 3 at the plate tonight. Has reached base all 4 times. 2-run homer in the first to tie the game at 2-all. Base hit with an RBI in the 3rd inning. The Tigers were able to tie the game at 4-all. Aboard on an error on a smoked ground ball in the 4th inning. Came around to score. A walk came around to score in the 6th. First pitch missing inside. Ball 1. Again, Bears repeating. .538 batting average on the year for Dylan Cruz. 1-0 pitch. Almost got him. Didn't break enough. Missed inside. 2-0.
I mean, if you're Bybee right now, it's just, I mean, do you give in? You're down 9. You know, you don't know really what to do. He didn't give in.
The breaking ball finds the inside corner, make it 2-1. You and I had this conversation back in the 2nd inning. Do you just avoid Cruz and go to White? And then Tommy White, somebody must have sent him that message because he hit a grand slam last time. The 2-1. Little tapper, 3rd base way, going to be a tough play. Callie comes in, the throw to first in time. Oh, close play at first on the throw. Callie unloaded quickly. Let's see if LSU is going to challenge that. That would be the 2nd out of the inning. And right now, it looks like Dylan Cruz is going to stay at 2nd, and we will have another review on that play at first. Again, we'll get a chance to look at it here in our booth. It's a great play by Callie, unloaded quickly. It looks like he got him just before the foot came down on the first base bag.
Well, as soon as the ball came off the bat, I couldn't get it out of my mouth quick enough. I was about to say that's another hit because I know how well Cruz runs, but I think a half a step, they got him.
So we'll go under review once again. Presented by Acme Oyster House as the officials talk back with collaborative replay. More so, just replay. As the umpires in the past had gone to a video room here at the facility to talk it over with Birmingham. I don't know, that first base angle, a little bit different. I thought his foot was a little higher before it came down. We'll get a look at it here again. Ball trying to beat Cruz to first. And the last little lunge. Oh boy, that is, looks like it just got there, but I mean a millisecond before Cruz hit the first base bag. But again, now with replay and the headsets the umpires have, they can talk to Birmingham without going in and watch the video. So I guess I can stop saying collaborative replay. And again, they rule it out at first. So 2nd out of the inning. Dugas, by the way, makes his way to 2nd. So after review, the play on and the call on the field stands. Here's Tommy White, bouncer towards 2nd, coming over to his left. Stovall fields it, throws to first in time, and the Tigers are done here in the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits. They leave one man on. We go to the top of the 8th. It's a 9-run Tiger lead, 14-5 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers! Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
14-5, LSU leading Arkansas, deciding Game 3 here at Alex Box Stadium on this Saturday evening. We move now to the top of the 8th inning. Garrett Edwards continues his work. 3 full innings of work so far, giving up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Harold Cole, the shortstop who entered the game in place of Bolton, batting for the first time tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Edwards, 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the letters. Gets ahead 1-2.
Riley Cooper starting to play a little catch down in LSU's bullpen.
1-2 pitch from Edwards. Ground ball towards short. Thompson waits on the bounce. Throws to first. Right on the money for out number 1. Buzzy, have you seen the improvement year to year that Jordan Thompson has made? There were so many people, again, calling for a replacement at shortstop last year, and I've mentioned this story a ton of times. Jay Johnson stuck with him. He saw something. He knew that he had the skill set to be spectacular at short, and right now, so far here in 2023, he has been superb. First pitch offered to Josenberger atop the order and called strike from Edwards, 0-1.
Well, there's a couple positions that if you didn't hit at all, you still have an opportunity to play if you play elite defense.
The 0-1 just missed the outside corner, make it 1-1.
One of those positions is shortstop, the other's catcher, and you can throw center field in there as well. But, you know, I think Jordan Thompson does enough offensively. A lot of times it's always a big hit, too, like he hit the triple.
Strike on the outside corner to make it 1-2 now to Josenberger.
He's got a triple here tonight. He had a big double in the first game today. And I just feel like he's always in the mix when an offensive rally is going on. But defensively, so that you take. But defensively, what he does.
This one inside missing for ball 2, 2-2 to Josenberger.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the play he made in that first game as well. He had a drop step. He dang near threw it from shallow left field. Threw a ball across it, showed off the arm strength, and got the guy by a couple steps. So just the defense is head and shoulders better than it was last year.
Missing outside again, make it a full count to Josenberger, who's 0 for 4 tonight, including 2 strikeouts. Pops this one up foul out of play left side. Still remains 3-2. I'm just so happy for Jordan just because he stuck with it. Again, able to block out all that noise and just keep going at it. And then Jay Johnson said the work he did in the offseason, even before fall ball began, was a big difference as this one's fouled off the bat of Josenberger out of play. Still 3-2.
What people forget, too, I mean, defense is just like offense. I mean, you can go into slumps, and you can struggle, and you can, you make an error, and then it turns into another error, and it snowballs, and you don't want the ball hit to you, and, just like hitting.
Here's a 3-2 base hit into left center field. Josenberger with his first hit tonight. Again, just a good piece of hitting there by the junior. He's now 1 for 5. And with 1 out, there's a runner aboard. We'll see Peyton Stovall, who's also 0 for tonight. He's 0 for 3. Stovall 0 for 7 here on Saturday. 2 for 11 on the weekend. Pitch to the left-hander. Inside, missing, ball 1.
I remember a couple weeks ago, Chris, I had asked Coach Johnson about defense. You know, everybody was talking about offense and, you know, Paul Skeens, and rightfully so. All that was great. But, you know, I asked him, I said, look, defense is probably getting overlooked a little bit. You're as good as anybody in the nation right now.
Off speed for a strike, make it 1-1.
At the time, I think he was the best in the nation. He may still be, but he said, he goes, oh, no, it was a point of emphasis. He said, I know the standard last year, it wasn't up to the standard of LSU. He said, and we went to work, and there's a reason it's better this year. It's not just because it happened. It's because we went to work.
This one missing outside to Stovall, make it 2-1. I used to joke with Jay last year. He would be like, you know, again, we struggled at times defensively, but it's not because it's not a point of emphasis. As you put it, they went to work and made major improvements. Again, last weekend, as that pitch misses low and inside to make it 3-1. Bill Franquez, who's seen a lot of LSU baseball, a lot of SEC baseball, he said to me as we arrived at the ballpark Sunday, LSU now is tops in hitting, tops in fielding, tops in pitching. That doesn't happen for LSU often. That doesn't happen for anybody often in the SEC. This one fouled off out of play left side. Still 3-2 now to Peyton Stovall. Runner at first, 1 out. 14-5 LSU leading. Garrett Edwards looks in, payoff delivery. In the air to center field. Cruz going back, gets to the track, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. And oh yeah, Dylan Cruz can play some defense too. Talking all about Jordan Thompson here.
Yeah, we know about the great center fielders over the years. I feel, you know, Andrew Stevenson, you know, Mikey Matuk. There was a bunch of good ones that could cover ground out there, and with a guy hitting 530 plus, you forget about his defense, and because he makes a play like he just made that didn't seem all that difficult because he's gliding to the baseball.
Swing and a miss by Wagner. Maybe caught a piece of Alex Milazzo as well as he'll kind of walk it off. 0-1 the count. Wagner tonight 2 of 3 and a solo home run in the first. Aboard on a walk in the second. Base hit in the fourth, left stranded. Popped out to Gavin Dugas at second base last time in the 6th inning. Runner at first, 2 down. Pitch, ground ball, but left of third base. It's foul, and it's now 0-2 to Wagner. Well, that's what I said about Cruz last weekend, was he uses his speed to get where he needs to be, which then allows him to make adjustments based on where the ball is.
Yeah, the speed is early. Late, it looks calm and all that, but the speed's early.
Pitch misses outside, make it 1-2.
Gets that first good jump, and then gets to the baseball.
Josenberger, short lead, trying to add to the distance between he and first base. The 1-2 pitch. Again, missing outside from Edwards. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Listen up, Tiger fans. Triple your fun, triple your cash. Play Triple Tripler from the lottery. Went up to $3,000. Just visit any lottery retailer. Ask for Triple Tripler today for your chance to win up to $3 grand. Pitch inside. Now we'll work the count full to Wagner. It's now 3-2. A reminder, you must be at least 21 to purchase Triple Tripler from the lottery. Edwards looking for that 3rd strike here. At the very least, the 3rd out. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and he found it. Wagner down on strikes for the first time tonight. Edwards records his 6th Super One Food strikeout, and Arkansas comes away empty-handed. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers with a chance to run rule the Hogs for the 2nd time in a row. They lead by 9, 14-5. Beloso, Pearson, and Thompson, 5, 6, and 7 when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning. LSU leading by 9. Arkansas, just like earlier today, took an early 2-0 lead in the top of the first. LSU would waste little time. They answered with 2 runs on a Dylan Cruz home run to tie it up 2-all. Arkansas would get up 4-2, top of the third. LSU would answer with 2 in the bottom of that frame, make it 4-4. Since then, LSU just 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth. Added 4 more in the bottom of the 6th. Arkansas has added just 1 more, and it's 14-5 as the Tigers bat and will face Christian Fouch, a new pitcher for Arkansas, and it will be Cade Beloso to lead it off. Fouch, the right-hander, working from the stretch, fires, and Beloso lifts one to center field. Josenberger stays put, waits on it, comes right to him for out number 1 as Beloso. First time he's not reached base tonight with a fly ball out, but impressive night getting the start at DH. He's now 3 for 4.
Fouch for Arkansas is only making his 2nd appearance, has a 0 ERA. He's only thrown 1 inning. In that inning, has given up a walk and a strikeout.
Josh Pearson to the plate, started the game in right field, moved to left field when Paxton Kling came in. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch floats high, 1-0. Pearson's had a good weekend. He's 0 for 4 here in game 3 tonight. The 1-0. Fought off, fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming up, following the action on the field, we'll have the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show. Full format. Check the final stat line, check scores around the SEC, and talk with head coach Jay Johnson. The 1-1. Missing low. 2-1 now to Pearson.
Yeah, the good thing about when you're a hitter who plays the field is you can affect the game other than just at the plate. You said it, he's 0 for 4 tonight, but he had that big play out of right field to throw Arkansas runner out at second base. That kind of was a big momentum swing in the game.
Missing inside, now 3-1, no question. That's when LSU came back on fire. 3-1, hitters count. Pitch, hit a mile high in the air to right field. Borfin coming over, he'll settle under it, comes down, he'll make the grab. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And we'll see Jordan Thompson. We talked about his defense, the improvement there, and Buzzy made the case that last year he stayed in the lineup because of what he does at the plate. Now he's doing a little bit of both. He's 1 for 4, had a triple tonight, came around to score in the 4th. Did have 3 strikeouts, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th, and last time in the 6th inning. But certainly has power with 2 home runs on the year. We've seen it throughout his careers. The first pitch from Fouch misses, or catches the inside corner, I should say, 0-1. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Again, inside. Unable to find it with the bat. 0-2. Wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if Thompson wanted to find his 3rd home run of the year. But with 2 outs, here's the 0-2 pitch. Just stayed alive with the end cap. Fouls it off. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Fans at walk-ons, they pride themselves in scratch-made dishes like fresh, never frozen seafood, burgers, salads, and Cajun Creole specialties just to add a little spice. Got an extensive beer tap, cocktail offerings, Walk-On Sports Bistro, bringing people together. 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Thompson. Pitch. Gonna catch him, gonna hit him. Got him on the, maybe the wrist, the forearm, and so with 2 outs, Thompson will get aboard. And now we'll see Paxton Kling, who entered the game in right field defensively. He'll swing the bat for the first time tonight, first time on the weekend. First delivery missing low from Fouch, and it's 1-0. Paxton batting under 100. He's 1 of 15 in SEC play. 1-0 pitch. Sails outside. 2-0.
They're going to be hunting a fastball if you're Paxton Kling 2-0. You know Arkansas is going to just be ready to serve one in there with a down 9 runs.
2-0 at the belt, called strike. Tiger fans thought it was a little high, but a good looking pitch. It's 2-1.
Yeah, maybe a little up, but if you're Paxton Kling, again, you probably want to hit here anyway. You don't want to draw a walk.
2-1 pitch, skied high to center field. Josenberger coming in, waits on it and squeezes it for out number 3. So the Tigers, no runs, no hits. They leave 1 man on. We have played 8 here at the box. Tigers leading 14-5. Last chance for the Razorbacks. Top of the 9th coming up. They'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, man, I'm glad you're here. Sit down and visit with me, Mom. I'm making it all ready for supper with my family tonight. I can't wait to hug my grandbabies and pass a good time over some good food. Ooh, I better start my rice. You know, it seems like all the best meals start by cooking some rice. Cajun country rice, of course. It's what you gotta have when you're cooking with love. I pick it up down the street at the grocery store, and I can even buy it online at CajunCountryRice.com. Y'all stay and eat. There's plenty, yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
14-5, LSU leads. We head to the top of the 9th here in Game 3. Arkansas winning yesterday 9-3. LSU run rolling the Hogs 12-2 earlier today in Game 2. They've been all over Arkansas pitching staff here in Game 3. 14 runs on 11 hits as Riley Cooper takes over, in the first pitch to Slavens, a little comebacker to the mound, and Riley Cooper says, I'll take it myself. Step on first base. I don't need any help. 1 away, 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
He was nimble right there, Chris. I mean, look at him get off the mound. I mean, catch the baseball and just move over, boom. Make a good, strong throw to the shortstop, Thompson, to get it around the horn. 1 pitch, 1 out, nothing to it.
We'll bring up Borfin. Borfin 2 for 2 tonight. including a single and a double. Both times he came around to score. Also aboard on 2 walks. First pitch from Cooper misses for ball 1. Yeah, Morgan was coming over. He had left first base, just backing up his pitcher. And Cooper looked and said, I got to do this myself, but no problem for the big guy. 1 away. That pitch misses inside to Borfin. 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner called strike. Left-hander dials it in there at 88 miles an hour. It's 2-1.
Cooper making his 8th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.5 ERA.
Ground ball comes back to him again. He goes down, pulls up the worm burner. This time tosses to Morgan. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Doug Thompson would be so proud right now. I mean, this pitcher just being an athlete, making some plays. I don't know that he would believe it.
He took the high chop on the first one, got the glove down quickly on this one.
Yeah, the only thing left now is a pop-up, and let's see if he can work that.
So with 2 outs in the top of the 9th, Kendall Diggs, the last hope here for Arkansas. Pitch, missing low, ball 1, 1-0. Delivery on its way. That's a strike. Outer half. 88 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Big shift on from LSU. You got Tommy White basically playing shortstop and Thompson right behind or on the right side of second base.
Here's one lifted into shallow right field. Kling will take it on 1 hop, and Diggs with a 2-out single. Picks up his first hit tonight. 3rd time he's reached base.
Yeah, as deep as Dugas was, or excuse me, that's not Dugas, that's actually
Ben Napolt.
Yeah, Napolt. But as deep as Napolt was in shallow right field and Paxton Kling right there, you wouldn't, it almost impossible for a ball to drop between them, but that one was perfectly placed.
So now it'll be Callie at the plate, takes a big swing, but a foul ball grounder down the 3rd base line. And it's 0-1. Again, a reminder, the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show will come your way immediately following the action here. Looking forward to hearing from Coach Jay Johnson. His Tigers dropping game 1 yesterday 9-3, but have hammered the Razorbacks so far. This one skied in the air, shallow right. Napolt going back, but Kling coming in, has it, and the Tigers win. Tigers win. Clinch the series over Arkansas, winning the doubleheaders today. A final 14-5 in the nightcap and game 3. With the win, the Tigers move to 21-3 on the year. 4-2 in SEC play for Arkansas. They head back to Fayetteville. 20-4, 4-2 in league action. Jay Johnson and the Tigers clinch their 2nd SEC series in as many weeks. Take the series, celebrate the win. Now get ready for another week of action. Final score here at the box. LSU 14, Arkansas 5 on the